Are you ready to become yourself? For years, dozens of people from all walks of life have turned to this one man, Leslie Tanner, desperate for the tools to reshape their life in our raised, godless world. Utilizing a unique blend of good-natured humor and brass tacks education, his innovative approach has helped innumerable people reach new levels of consciousness and personal power. Leslie Tanner, a controversial but selfless and massively influential figure, defies categorization. Since he and his life-changing program rose to fame, the expert class has desperately attacked him as a clown, snake oil salesman, or predator, attempting to silence him precisely because he is so effective at helping others become happier and more powerful in their own lives. From the most challenged, the mentally ill, handicapped, women, and mentally retarded, to the most successful athletes, entertainers, business owners, medical doctors. Regardless of your station, Leslie Tanner has committed his life to giving you the tools you need to transform your life. So, are you tired of being in near constant emotional and physical pain? If you could snap your fingers and have $1 million, would you do it? Is there a you buried deep inside whose power and will yearn to be expressed?
It's a whole life-changing program.
If they get half of what I got out of this program, they're going to have a much happier life.
It was fun. I really loved doing the program. I loved learning about myself. It was just amazing.
So if you have an interest in transforming your life once and for all, come along. I have so much to show you. In a moment, you'll have the opportunity to call the number you'll see on the screen and speak to me, Leslie Tanner, directly. Together, we'll tackle the most critical issues related to unlocking your true individual power and reaching your fullest potential. Let today be the first day of the rest of your life. Welcome to Explorations.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know here at Explorations, we are no cowards. We are no sheep. We are no people that shirk at the most important questions that have plagued humanity since the dawn of time. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are tackling maybe the most aggressive of these ancient questions. Is God real? And we'll be joined by a very special guest tonight, Pastor Phil of Christ United Mission. Namaste. Good evening, my explorers. How are we all doing today? It's me, Leslie Tanner, host, creator, and founder of the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. The program with which we explore the universe, both inside and out, to unlock and unleash the power within each and every single one of us. How are we before we get a step further, before we get an ounce further into the life transformative tools that I'll be giving you tonight? I need to check in with you. I need a one-on-one with you. I need to know exactly how you all are doing. Namaste, my explorers. Also, I see some new ones in. It's wonderful to be with you. Onion Plug coming in with a subscription. Blessings and namaste. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Explorer, failed parent of several. That I believe. I'll bet he comes unimpressively and then runs away. Before Explorations, I was violently lashing out the elderly, but now today, thanks to the program, I just feed carbon monoxide into their homes at night. Interesting move. Then we've got Pen Trading Unit coming in with 5 community subs and triggering a you-know-what. Within less than 2 minutes of live broadcast here on Explorations, we have a you-know-what being launched forth. I don't know why it's not on. Guided meditation. Let's do the guided meditation, then we'll kick it on over to the Jazz Express. Guided meditation. Pain makes my pee-pee hard. Okay. Take a deep breath. Full deep breath. Imagine for a moment that you are a mailman delivering the worst news possible. You know that by the heft of the package you are about to let a dead soldier's parents know that his son died. You dread every single moment, dragging your feet, feeling nauseous to your stomach, realizing you are going to deliver the most painful news that a parent will ever hear. Here comes the number. You know these two. You go way back. But you notice as you hand over the package, the flag, the official notarized United States stationery. The dad's got a massive boner, huge boner. You're not exactly sure how to continue that. Namaste, guided meditation for Wandering Robot Studio. Namaste. And before we listen, Pastor, we got so much to get to tonight. As you know, Is God Real is our theme tonight. We are opening up the lines a little bit later. We have a very special conversation, extremely special conversation tonight with an extremely special man on Twitch.tv. Now, you all know how godless and worthless the vast majority of all streamers are, ladies and gentlemen. You know how it goes. This place is a wasteland, Twitch.tv. But we have one of the few committed to doing something here, to committing to bringing an energy here, a clarity here, a spiritual heft here. No jazz train for you. That's what you say. That's what you say. Nuh-uh. Namaste, Ponscom. Great to see you. Oh my God. Go to the jazz. Supple opulence. Taste. Namaste. We've got Pastor Phil waiting in the wings, eager. I told him tonight is your night, brother. Tonight we ask the big question. Tonight you speak to the world beyond your, of course, your congregation, the Congregation of Christ United Mission, is committed to Christ, committed to the mission of Christ in general. And we might not see eye to eye across all issues, but we are allies against the godless modern world that seeks to cleanse the world of humanity. Namaste. We seek to save, seek to empower, seek to transform. We take some different routes, but ladies and gentlemen, we have a very powerful guest tonight. That's right, a very powerful guest tonight. Pastor Phil, waiting in the wings, will be entering very soon. In the meantime, namaste. Here's a little jazz. Namaste. I was just getting started. That felt really good. Thank you so much. That felt really good. Thank you and namaste to everybody for participating in that with me. Blessings, yes. Blessings to you. Onion Plug, single bit. Tony G, single bit. We've got Flu had 30 bits for us. Ponscum as always. Pepperoncini.
I invite the sun into my soul to sanitize the ancient filth that turns without rest. I invite the moon into my heart to embolden the stench and creep of this filth as it animates my mind and body.
Now that's an advanced one. That one is an advanced one. That one, I can imagine a lot of you are like, what? A lot of you are like, I have no idea how to make sense of that. Well, let me tell you this. You just pick any starting spot in there. I constructed that quote very deliberately. It is a sort of Ouroboros. It sort of goes in a circle over and over and over again, and you can drop yourself at any point of that quote. Something about the sun, something about the moon. Yes, take it there. Take it to the end. Where is the end? Only you know. Namaste to you. Blessings and namaste. People are like, what the? That's true. That's 100% true. It feels so good to be with you guys. It feels so absolutely. I am over the goddamn moon to be with you tonight, and I'm seeing so many beautiful names in chat. So many gorgeous, familiar names in chat. How are we, Onion? M. Robert, good to see you. Disengage TV, I don't know who you are, but I'm happy you're here. I'm happy you're here. Namaste to you, Disengage TV. Namaste. I'm just here to figure out how to get the certification in muff diving. Well, listen, yeah, I'm not going to teach you how to do that. If you came to me saying I eat pussy bad, keep it simple, right? We can call it muff diving. We can call it a million other things. Going to the taco buffet, going to the fish fry, etc., etc. We can talk about it like that. But if you eat pussy bad, Disengage TV eats pussy bad. And if you come to me as a therapist and you tell me, Leslie Tanner, can you help me? I eat pussy bad. No, I cannot. And no, I will not. Can I? Yes, I can. I could give you instructions. I could give you a little leaflet. I could give you the literature I've got on eating pussy good. Lord knows I know how to do it. Lord knows I know how to eat pussy like crazy. I'm like Willy Wonka in the chocolate factory when I get it at pussy. It's crazy. It's absolutely. I'm stealing. I'm thinking, ooh, that's for me. You're right. I'm trying to determine which of the children would be the most appropriate analogy to sort of illustrate what I'm talking about. But as soon as I start imagining each of, I'm like, maybe that's not the best one. Maybe that's not the best one. You know, I said Willy Wonka. I started thinking about kids. I think I'm crossing some wires. I'm not sure if those are the right wires to cross on twitch.tv. Pepperoncini, just a reminder to the cows in chat, the guru doesn't tolerate disrespect of our honored guests. Namaste. Now, there we go. Let's get that straight. Namaste. Listen, we've got an honored guest right here, all right? We've got an honored guest right now. We are spreading. Remember, your position is to assist me in spreading the program. Assist me in share the light of the program with a new guest, an honored guest, a new audience, and I swear to God, if I will not be playing games. Mods, you're on full alert. If people are playing games and sabotage, if we've got a bunch of jackals and rapists in the chat tonight, I want you on full alert. Full alert. Namaste. I'm spreading something says disengage. Ooh, girl. Yeah, that's nice. Blessings to you. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, you know, we'll get real quick orders of business. P.O. Box. We got some mail to open a little bit later. We're going to be opening some mail. I got some beautiful packages to open, but send me a little something if you like. Postcards. I love getting stuff from you guys. P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois 60647. Also, a couple more details about this later, but if you are interested, Disengage TV, welcome on in. Guys, can we get some namaste in chat for Disengage TV? Namaste. Formally joining the program. Blessings and namaste. Most effective personal power program in the country. Yes. Now, if you're interested in getting the exclusive program materials that only a handful of people ever see in their lives, I just dropped a link in chat. My community of devoted light at patreon.com. For a couple dollars a month, you can get exclusive streams. You can get a monthly postcard. You can get the backlog of podcasts, backlog of videos. So much to be explored. Namaste. If you feel like that, the link is in the chat, and we'll have some details about that a little later. But guys, enough of the hullabaloo. Enough of the hullabaloo. I say it's time. Leslie Tanner, say it's goddamn time to get this thing started. Let's rip let's rip this. Let's go. Namaste. Guys, please. Let's get him in the room actually first. And get his let's actually hold on. I was getting all energied up. And here I'll share my screen with you. There we go. I don't want to see myself. Go ahead, brother. So, Pastor, go ahead and whenever you turn your video and microphone on will be set. I want to do a quick little, there we go. Oh yeah. That's looking good. That is looking so good. Can you hear me? I can hear you all right. Beautiful. Thank you so much. I cannot thank you enough, Pastor Phil. Well, listen, you guys can't hear him. I can. Little treat for me, little treat for Daddy before we get started. Namaste to the chat, guys. You know what's about to happen. This is Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Tonight we are asking the most profound question that has plagued humanity since the dawn of time. Namaste. So, guys, and before we open the lines and before we start really ripping open these wounds in our community, we are going to speak to perhaps the foremost authority on the subject on all of Twitch.tv. There is not a more singular and important and load-bearing voice on this platform than this handsome young man and his generous, endlessly generous mission to spread the light of Jesus Christ, the Son of God. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I know I keep getting excited and I keep being like, oh, we should check this. We should check to just make sure that this works. One moment. You're doing great. I just want to make sure that I'm not about to. There we go. Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. Okay, perfect. Now we're all set. Ladies and gentlemen, please, without further ado, join me in welcoming our guest for the evening. I swear to God, where's the button? The buttons keep moving. Namaste, everybody. You know who it is. If you don't, you're about to. And we're about to have a very important conversation tonight on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Please join me in welcoming friend of the program, powerful streamer, Pastor Phil of Christ United Mission. There he is. Namaste. And listen, you said it was your pleasure, but I gotta tell you, brother, it is absolutely, the pleasure is mine. I feel like I'm a little pig because I am so pleasured by your gracing us here tonight, Phil. Pastor Phil, pardon me. How are you doing tonight? Let's just start there. It's good to see you.
Of my Lord and Savior, and the pleasure is on this side of the table, trust me, okay? You have such a beautiful community, and I know we're not supposed to do this, but I've been part of the program, and I was telling my community that I would not be here sitting, because I cannot stand, without the program, okay? Part of what made me a complete man, part of what fuels the man inside of me, okay, is the program.
Wow. You know, listen, I just want you to know on a personal level, I've always considered your mission, the Christ United mission, to be an ally of the program. Now, a lot of people look at, someone in my field, a therapist, or the field of self-help, and they say this is ungodly, this is at odds with religion, with things that are viewed as antiquated and some such things. But you see, in my experience, and what's borne out in our relationship, is that that's anything but the truth, right? You yourself, Christ is the most important thing in your life. Would you say that?
Yes, 100%.
100%. Yet you find yourself to be a contributor and benefactor of the most effective personal power program in the country. Because that's so interesting to me. Well, now, Pastor Phil, I'm glad that you're excited to be here. I've been meaning to get you on the program for a while. And I'm happy that you're doing well. You look healthy.
Thank you.
You look healthy. You look like you've got a nice color in your face. I can tell you're not like, you don't have an iron deficiency. Do you have an iron deficiency?
No, I have a Jesus deficiency. You can never have enough Jesus in your life.
Wow. Yes. Yes, I believe you. I believe you. You can't, ladies and gentlemen. I wish. Oh my goodness. I know that my chat's not going to understand the profundity of what you just shared, but can you go ahead and speak on that? You don't have enough Jesus, because somebody from the outside might say, this religious wacko, he keeps talking about Jesus, God, and the cross and the crucifixion, etc., etc. Certainly he's got enough Jesus going on in his life. Tell me, never enough, insatiable, always hungry. Can you speak on that a little bit?
Absolutely. Well, Leslie, as you all know, today's society suffers from, they have a hole inside of them. Okay, everyone has a hole, and they try to fill it with, goods and services and hobbies that I personally consider satanic. But that hole is a Jesus-shaped hole, okay? And the problem is that people are so worried about, filling that hole with things that don't matter, when they should be asking the Holy Spirit to fill that hole on a daily basis. And that is the only way that you're ever going to feel complete, okay? We spend our lives looking for something or someone to fill that hole. And sometimes we blame, oh, I can't find a partner. Oh, my family doesn't talk to me. Well, because they are not going to make you full. The only thing that's going to make you full is a person known as Jesus Christ. Okay? Jesus and the Holy Spirit, they want to enter you. They want to enter you. And very much the same way the program fills a hole in your life, in that it drives you to become a better person. Jesus in your life drives you to become a fuller, better Christian. That is my belief, okay? And through my online church service, I expose my whole to the community, because I am a holy man, okay? I'm a servant of the Lord. I never claim to be perfect. I am an imperfect servant of the Lord, and I believe that by me showing that whole to my congregation, it opens up the conversation.
Wow. I mean, there's so much to talk about there, and obviously you've done so much, not only research in an objective sense, but introspection. You're clearly a spiritual person, even if we've got somebody that's not quite sold on your religion, maybe there's somebody on the fence in chat right now, but they have to acknowledge the depth of your spirituality, in my opinion, as a therapist. Now,
amen.
I'd love to speak to you about this whole business. Now, I think a lot of us, because a lot of people in my chat in particular, they're bright, right? A lot of them are bright. A lot of them they say, oh, here's an intellectual thing, right? Mm. And they maybe they read a little bit about politics or philosophy. They know things about the world. So when you say that phrase to them, I show my whole, they're going to know vaguely what you mean. But what I would like to ask you to take it just one step further, Pastor Phil, is can you put some color on the page for us? Give us some details. What does it mean to you to show your whole?
Well, I disagree with you on very.
I love
on
it.
how you perceive people out there, okay? Because in my church, there is no in-between, all right? You either love Jesus, and you either get on your knees every single day, baby. You need to get on your knees. You need to close your eyes, and you need to open your hole, okay? You need to let the Holy Spirit know, I am ready, Jesus. I am ready. Holy Spirit, enter me right now. And you close your eyes and you don't question what happens, because you're not going to question the Lord's plan, all right? But the problem here is that you have true believers, Christians, and then you have what the Vatican calls Satanists. I personally like to call them goddamn dumbasses. And currently, we are in the middle of a spiritual war where these goddamn dumbasses are trying to bring the church down, and they're trying to deny how full the Holy Spirit can make you, okay? So what I like to do, I don't want to be a part of the problem, okay? I don't want to be one of them pastors who go like, oh, well, you know what? Maybe if you come to my office after the church service, and maybe if you remove my pants, I can help you be a better Christian. Absolutely no, son. What I am going to do is I'm going to bear myself right there in front of my congregation, okay? I'm an open book. I'm transparent. Okay, so I talked to my congregation, and I let them know, listen, my ex-wife was a massive whore, okay? And y'all think that just because I'm a pastor, just because you think I'm a blessed man, you think my ex-wife is not a massive whore? You think I'm cool with my ex-wife being the town's bicycle? Well, fuck you, Tammy. Here I am. Where are you? But that's not the point, Leslie. That's not the point. The point is very much like the program. This is something that you cannot fully explain to the uninitiated. Again, you need to get on your knees. You need to close your eyes. And you need to let the Holy Spirit, take control. And once the Holy Spirit is deeply inside of you, then the doors will open. Everything will be clear.
Wow. Well, like, it's interesting to hear you sort of, because one thing that you said you disagreed, and I was listening for where you disagreed. I'd be interested. I'd love to have a little debate with you. But one thing that I am pretty attracted to right now is the way you talk about sort of spurning your followers, right? They come to you looking for an easy solution, looking for something that's going to, a quick fix, as I like to call it, right? They got a stress in their life. They're looking for a quick fix.
Yes.
Pastor, how can God give me money? How can God fix my marriage, et cetera, et cetera? And I get a lot of the same thing from a different group of people. I get a lot of the same thing. And consistently across the board, one thing that I think you and I line up on is I absolutely and without exception reject the idea of helping a single person that comes to me. In fact, and you may phrase this in a slightly nuanced way, but in how the program works, if I were to quote unquote help them, right? Let's say I show them, I give them $20, right?
Okay.
I give them some advice that fixes their marriage, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the context of the program, that is maybe the most destructive thing I can do. To assist them, to aid them, and and I'd like to hear what you think, because in my mind, in your position as a pastor, as you've kind of started to bear out a little bit, and I got so many questions for you. It sounds to me like you don't help them in order to bring them to God, who is very real to you. Is that right? Am I in the right ballpark?
Absolutely, 100%. Listen, how are we going to understand the suffering of my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, if you don't suffer first, okay? So if I fix your life, if I give you all of the answers, if I give you money, if I fix your marriage, whatever, then you don't
lose weight. That's another one I get. That's another one I get a lot. A lot of fat people come up to me and they're like, Leslie, how do I lose weight? You're fat. That's what I say.
Listen, you have no idea how many people are delusional, because I get a lot of people who also come in here, and the problem is MTB. I blame MTB because nowadays people have this perceived notion that, oh, Pastor Phil is fat, right? And Pastor Phil should not be fat. I'm in the best shape I've ever been, Leslie, okay? Because did I choose to get in shape?
You look great.
I'm broke as shit, okay? You need money to buy food, but that's not the point. The point is, it doesn't matter if you're fat, if you're thin, if you look like Sankaran. It's not about what you look. It's about the whole. It's about your whole. That's what matters. Okay. So the gate to heaven, which is a physical gate that we're trying to open, the gate to heaven is not going to open if you don't put yourself through a situation where you suffer for our Lord and Savior. Okay? So it's not about, I agree 100% with you. It's not about helping the community. It's about making them suffer for a higher purpose, but a suffering that they will enjoy, you know?
Wow. I mean, that's in often cases to kind of put a little bow on what we're talking about right now, because it's so fun. Because I feel like I'm being selfish. I got some more questions that I know the chat's really interested in hearing you speak about. Just about you as a man and your journey and like the shape and the exactly how your whole came to be as it is now. But I gotta say, with the suffering, right? And it's so funny because again, we've got a handful of bright people in my audience, in my chat, and they know who they are. But there's also the majority are pretty significantly mentally just unwell people. You'd see them in real life, and you'd be like, this person's not well. They're not doing good. Whether it's a sort of they get like they're. We've got a good amount of kind of poor autistic people in the chat who are kind of stuck, right? They don't know what to do. They're stuck, and there's something wrong with them. They're autistic. So, and the thing is about their suffering, I don't have to introduce them to new suffering. Brother, they are suffering as it is. They are in the hole that they have. And it's really just a matter of connecting A to B when it comes to that. The work's done. They already did the homework. Now, listen, okay. So, I know there's so much we could talk about, but let me go ahead and ask you this, Pastor Phil. You've alluded a little bit to your journey as a man, right? Yes. You've included some weight loss stuff. You've included your whore wife, or was it horse wife?
She cheated on me. No, she's
a whore. So she's a whore.
Horse. Yeah.
And so your whore wife ruined your life, I'd imagine, at that time.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. I'll bet. Yeah. So listen. I bring it up to say you've given us little tastes. You've given us little treats, little hints here and there. But Pastor Phil, were you? Can you give us a little bit? Tell us about the journey. Where did it all start? Where did little Phil grow up? And when did the light of Christ find Pastor Phil?
I was lost, Leslie. I was a broken man. I was in a marriage which I thought was full of love. I thought it was full of understanding. Unfortunately, it ended up on me coming back to the trailer, and you find your wife being Eiffel Tower by a silver fox and a dwarf, and they politely ask you, do you mind? We're about to finish. And that's when you think, okay, you know what? I don't know if I can keep doing this. I need a higher power to intervene. And in my case, that higher power was another church, actually, which introduced me to my Lord and Savior. Pastor Dave did wonders. He took a broken man and turned it into the successful pastor that you're, looking at today. But I think I've always been a little bit Christ curious. You know, are you Christ curious yourself, Leslie?
You know, no, I'm not.
At all?
No. Okay. I mean, I've had my own journey. I'd love to see, I could tell you a little bit about it once you're done with yours. My journey began in the church, began in the quote unquote light of Christ. My journey has been such a profound spiritual one. I mean, I've essentially left space and time as we understand it. And in search for a God at one point in time, and there was nothing there. There was nothing, as you said, right? But one thing I'm going off on my little rant. This is about you. You're asking me questions, turning it around on me. You're tricky.
No, it's just that, I'm a man of the people, okay? I love spending my time, with the guys out there. I started my own motorcycle club. It's called
Oh,
the Christ
that's
United
awesome.
Mission Boys. It's
What's
the
it
CUM
called?
Boys. The CUM Boys.
The CUM boys. So, and that stands for Christ United Mission, not male ejaculant.
No. It stands for Christ United Mission. We would love for you to ride with us
Oh, I'd
one
love
of these
to.
days.
I'd love to.
It's just a bunch of dudes doing manly stuff on Saturdays, and we're riding around town. And we
Do you guys
just,
go out to eat?
Oh yeah, every single Saturday,
Oh,
and you
that's
have no
awesome.
idea how fun that is. And sometimes we like to, we go to a bar, and we're rascals. I'm not gonna lie to you, we're rascals. Okay, the whole town knows us. The CUM boys are a menace, but a good menace. A good menace.
I hear you. I'm so excited. Listen, I can't tell you. I'm just it's been a while since I've had a crew like that to roll with. It's been a while since I've been able to just get down with some fellas and do some, I don't know, maybe play some baseball or maybe throw a football around, ride some motorcycles.
Yeah.
And then you guys go out to eat too, which sounds so fun.
Well, but you see, Leslie, this is where Jesus comes into play, okay? Because
where's
I'm not casting any judgment, okay? I know you're a famous celebrity, and I know that part of being a celebrity, part of being a man of your stature, is you're probably living a lonely life, okay? And you have chosen to live this lonely life because you have built up this curtain in front of you, and you don't allow people to get to know you. What I like to do is I like to look at Jesus' life and think, how did this man live? How did this man behave? What did he do back in his days that allowed him to become our Lord and Savior? And have you ever heard of a little thing called the apostles?
Oh, I've heard of the apostles. I know all about those fellas.
Jesus surrounded himself with other dudes, and they had the time of their lives, baby. Okay, so what did Jesus teach us? Jesus taught us that you might be strong as a person, okay, but you always need to surround yourself with other men in order to feel complete, in order to share the joy and the experiences that this life can provide us with, okay? And that's the reason why I started the CUM Boys, and we're always organizing events at the church, because I just love to touch other people, okay? And I love it when other people touch me.
Right. So with your cum boys, you get on the motorcycles, and you go out to eat and you play sports, but you touch each other quite a bit, it sounds like.
Absolutely. Part of being, part of the CUM Boys is you need to trust each other with your lives, okay? So you need to pretty much take a leap of faith, close your eyes, and say, hold me. Here.
Sure, okay.
I'm here. I need you right now, Jeremy. I need you to hold me and don't let me go, okay?
Jeremy's your favorite?
Just using Jeremy as an example.
You got a Jeremy,
I
though?
love them all. What?
You got a Jeremy, though?
I do. I mean, I don't want to put Jeremy in that position, okay? But the point is, I would not pick one over the other. I need all 8 of them. I need all 8 of them at the same time. I'm not complete. I'm not full if I don't feel all 8 of them inside of me. Their
right.
spirit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. I understand.
Yeah.
But at the same time, can I draw a little parallel?
Okay.
8 guys at the same time, right? But as you said before, right? Jesus being the most important, and you can't get enough of Jesus, right? So something tells me that if we just maybe draw a little A to B, that 8 guys isn't even close to enough for you. Could you, in your heart of hearts, if you could expand the cum boys, men that just love being with men, And as you've said, you're vulnerable with each other. You expose yourself to each other. You touch each other. They touch you. Everybody's just. It sounds really intimate. But if that 8 could be 9, if that 9 could be 10, if that 10 could be 20, 20, 40, 40, 80, tell me, is it possible your appetite could just never be satiated?
Absolutely, 100%. I think, I would absolutely love to be in a room with 50, 60, 100 men. People we are not leaving the room until we touch each other, okay? I want to touch this 100 people, and I want them to touch me because I'm a pastor of the people, okay? So
Right.
to me, it's not a thing. It's not a vanity thing. It's not, oh, how big is your congregation? How many people love you?
Sure.
How many people can love you at the same time? It's about a sense of community and congregation. And the more people touching each other, then the stronger the congregation becomes.
Tell me about your sex life.
I am happily married. I remarried 6 months
Oh, you did.
ago.
Congrats. How long have you guys been
Thank you
married?
very much. We've been married for 6 months. My
6
beautiful,
months. That's new. Congrats.
My wife is watching. Her name is Sharon Cox. I love Sharon Cox. I love you, Sharon.
Sharon. That's a beautiful name.
Thank you. Well, we married 6 months ago, and she met me as a pastor, and I explained to her how important it is for me to remain pure. So I practice celibacy, which, for those who don't know, is you don't, surrender to carnal temptation. But I understand that in today's world and for a marriage, it is important for both partners to be complete. So we introduced the biblical concept of my wife can have a partner.
Okay.
that
So
fulfills her needs.
okay. So your wife's got a bull.
I wouldn't necessarily call him that. It's not my wife's. He's not just her partner. He's my partner too. Okay, he feels different needs. Okay, I sleep in my car. He sleeps on the bed with my wife, and when my wife is not at home and I'm at home, we spend a lot of time, doing guy stuff. Playing video games, fixing stuff around the house. So it's not. You see, it's not just this man is effing my wife. No, we invited this person into our relationship in order to make our relationship stronger. Because what is stronger than a relationship with 2 people in it? Absolutely. 3 people in the
The
relationship.
Trinity. You think the Trinity is 3
the
on
Holy
accident?
Trinity. I don't think so. I think it's all part of the Lord's design. And I feel that more people should invite a person into their marriage. And you'll be amazed at how things just get better in general.
Wow. 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 Wow.
Absolutely.
So okay. So how, if you had to compare in a godly way, right? I'm sure you guys have seen each other's penises, but how does your penis compare to his penis?
It's not about how impressive you are. Okay, I don't have a problem talking about my penis.
Well, describe your penis.
It's the national average. Okay, it's 2.5 inches, which is completely normal.
Right. That's as normal as anything.
Yeah, and there's a shaft, some discoloration, slight irritation. I only have 1 testicle. I lost 1 testicle in Nam back in '97. But I think
you were
that
in Vietnam in 1997.
Yes.
And how,
Yes,
give us how did that go down? Because normally when people say Vietnam, they refer to the war. The war was over by decades at that point. So was it an accident? Was it a terrorist thing? What happened in Vietnam?
I was, I was just visiting. I I won a contest, and a cat. Has a cat ever sat on your lap?
Yes.
Yes. Well, I didn't know that cats could get that fat, so an obese cat sat on my lap, but the cat put all its weight, like he was very aggressive sitting, and when he sat on my lap, all of the cat's weight landed on my right testicle, so it just burst, it just exploded. It was not a pretty scene. They had to get a helicopter.
Listen, it's very brave of you, and I gotta say, it's not anywhere near as out of the ordinary as a lot of people think for that to happen to you. A lot of people think there's no way that it's common for a big Garfield situation to squash and destroy a single testicle. Certainly that's a 1 in a million shot. No, absolutely not. It happens constantly.
Well, I don't know how often this happens. I've never met anyone else who has lost his or her testicles to a cat. But all I can tell you is that from that day on, I learned two things. Okay, number one, always cross your legs when you're sitting down, and number two, I don't care how cute that pussy is. Don't get near it. Don't let that pussy approach you because bad things could happen.
Interesting. Fear of pussy. Fear of pussy. Fear of pussy.
It's not necessarily fear. It's caution. Just be cautious around those like fat pussies.
Interesting. Wow. So I think.
Excuse me. How about you, Leslie? We've talked about my beautiful marriage. Perhaps you could tell us how the program can help you strengthen your relationship.
Oh, I'd love to. It won't. First of all, I'll sort of TLDR. It's much more likely to sort of really nag and pick away at and maybe ultimately kind of unfold a relationship. Sometimes people report otherwise. It's constant. But ultimately here, now, I guess to put it in the phrases of that you would use, right? You talked about never having enough Jesus, having a huge hole inside of you, never having enough Jesus. Now, a sort of parallel here at the program. This program is fundamentally to just kind of go right for it. What is this all about? What is everything leading towards? It's leading to a similar situation. We can call it the lack of God. We can call it the mystery of faith. We can call it a sort of psychoanalytic void, right, that we're born with. We're separated from the mother, and the I separates from the other, and we are adrift, right? We are adrift in the cosmos. I see these as the same thing. Half a dozen of one, 6 of the other. Now, because of that, this is a nightmare. When I ask people to engage in the tenets of this program and to take this message into their heart, into their life, in pursuit of transformation, what I am asking them to do is essentially self-destruction. Suicide. Put on the suicide vest in a spiritual sense.
I love it. A spiritual suicide vest.
And by doing so, I guarantee there's not a single person that I've seen somebody accept this into their heart and that hasn't walked away with their life absolutely transformed. The inevitable power inside of them just set free like a geyser. Happens every single time. But it's a painful process. It's a destructive process. It is a violent process. And much more often than it actually helps any marriages or anything, it really fucks things up. You
need to break some eggs to make an omelet, I guess, right?
True. You got to break some eggs, and people keep duct taping their broken eggshells together, wondering like, "Oh no, Leslie, what do I do? I got to keep the egg together." No, you don't. Let it go. I was just speaking to somebody on the program a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you often get young men with marriages on the rocks. Do you talk to these guys?
Absolutely, all the time.
Right.
The amount of times that people approach me and they exclaim, Pastor Phil, you have a perfect marriage. Perhaps you could share some of your wisdom with us. And part of my perfect marriage, as they call it, is not that, I know what I'm doing. This is just the Lord's design, okay? It's the Lord's plan. Am I doing it right? I'm never at home. Okay, I spend my days surrounded with by other people. Most of the time, other dudes. Okay, I don't know what my wife is doing. She's a massage professional.
Mm-hmm.
She owns a facial salon, and
Namaste,
I don't
Trav
know
Cameron.
what
5 subs.
she's
Thank you.
about.
Namaste, Trav. Continue.
Amen. God bless you, son. Thank you for blessing us with your beautiful
Namaste,
generosity.
Trav. You son of a bitch.
So
Continue.
I don't know. I don't know what makes a perfect marriage. I think what makes a perfect marriage is, just don't be noisy. Just like leave your partner do whatever they want.
So
What do you care?
So whether you wouldn't go as far as to say as your marriage is perfect, right? To be clear.
It is probably the most perfect marriage in the history of the world. Yes.
Okay. And also, just to kind of, I feel like it would be helpful if we kind of just said the details that you're implying, right? Your wife has a bull and she gets fucked by the bull, and he plays video games with you. He brings you like a Lunchable and maybe takes you out and plays like pickleball or something.
Okay. Well, first of all, I don't like the implication here, Mr. Tanner. Okay. Are you calling me a cock? Are you saying that I'm being cocked by my wife and Jeremy?
No, I would not. I would not use that term.
Okay, what I said was that we invited Jeremy to be a part of our marriage, and all three of us fulfill a different position. Okay, what I do is, I pay for stuff around the house, and when they're busy doing it, I walk out to the backyard and I play with the dog, or I make sure that there's no goddamn peeping Tom watching them have a go.
You're running
okay?
security. You're doing laps.
Yeah, and sometimes they get tired and they text me like, "Can you bring us a bottle of water or something?" Because I like to be helpful. I like,
Sure. Yeah.
to help people, right? But I don't know if someone told you, maybe freaking Clown Baby came in here and he told you, oh yeah, you know what? Phil got a special chair that he puts in the corner while his wife is, having a good time with Jeremy. Absolute bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Okay. Sometimes I need to get something from the room while they're doing it, and I walk in and there she is riding him, and I don't want to be rude. I don't want to interrupt them, so I just sit there on the chair, wait for them to be done, and then I ask them the question. Does that make me a cock? I don't think so. I don't think so.
You're waiting patiently. It sounds like you're actually being a really supportive husband.
How would you feel? You're being interrupted while you're,
jacking off. I don't have sex. I jack off or masturbate.
No, I mean, you ever being used in the party and someone knocks on the door?
Sure. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm familiar with that. Chat. One's in chat if you know what he's talking about. Go ahead. That's such a funny bathroom stuff. I got a soft spot for it. Continue, though.
It's the same thing. How annoying is that? You're there at a truck stop and someone knocks on the door and they ask, "Are you here for a good time, baby?" And no, I'm just taking a shit, man. Leave me alone. Okay, right. I don't know why they feel the need to knock on the goddamn door and interrupt you. So how would you feel? I know that you said that you're not attracted to this, you're not tempted by this carnal desire, but how would you feel if you are deep inside of my wife, okay?
Sure.
And I suddenly go burst into the room and, "Hey, is my phone charger in here?" Wouldn't you feel like, man, couldn't this wait?
Certainly. Yeah, I'd imagine if I was having sex with your wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be going.
Not necessarily just my wife. I mean, maybe you were having sex with Jeremy. I don't know.
Is also the guy that has sex with your wife. Is his name Jeremy?
Yeah, he's also part of the CUM boys. It felt rude not to invite him.
He's a cum boy. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the president of the club.
Oh, he's the president. You're not even the president?
No, they said that I was too busy to be a president. So I'm
So
a prospect.
you're busy being with pastor stuff.
Yeah. I'm currently a prospect.
You're a prospect?
Yes.
Like like you might become the president once Jeremy gets tired or something?
No, I might become part of the motorcycle club. I'm not like 100% part of the club.
You're not even in the
though
club.
Even though I started it, but they said that it would be unfair that just because I started the thing, I get to be part of it. So I have to keep applying.
Okay. So do you have a motorcycle?
No, I do not.
Huh. Well, okay. So anyway, there's so much to talk about. We've got to work more one-on-one, I feel like. I think there's some very glaring holes that I would love to sort of not even fill or step inside of, but just kind of gesture to with you. There's and things that once you look at them and once you sit with them, I think it's gonna open up the Come Boys. It's gonna open up the Christ United mission. I think to get you to that next level, I think you need a little bit of something. But
I will absolutely.
We're circling the drain a little bit.
What a blessed day! I would absolutely love to have that hole filled by Leslie Tanner. So why don't you go ahead?
Right. Well, see, now this is the thing. I think you keep saying there's this thing ladies and gentlemen, if you're familiar with therapy or mental health jargon, right? There is a phrase called trailing edge. The trailing edge, it basically refers to something in the patient that is, not fully conscious, that you can notice very clearly as a clinician, right? Something that, the person's right in front of you, they keep saying it over and over and over again, but you know that if you point it out, it's going to overwhelm them. They're going to deny it. They're going to disavow it. They've got a script ready. They're not ready to look in the mirror.
Mm.
Pastor Phil, I think well, Pastor Phil, yes?
Yes.
I thought somebody was coming into this studio. Hold on, let me get a little poll going. 1 second. Don't look at the poll, okay? One moment, getting a poll going. This poll is for Twitch. If you're on YouTube, come over to Twitch for a second. All right. It's in the Twitch chat. Pastor Phil, do not look at it. I'm telling you this as your therapist.
Okay.
You're not ready. Chat, is he ready? We've been talking a lot about holes. We've been talking about Jeremy. We've been talking about the fellas. Something tells me that you're close to being ready.
Oh, I feel like I'm very close. I can feel it.
Right, and you don't even really know exactly what I'm talking about, right?
But I can feel it, in my body. I'm almost there, baby.
Like, because you're a very powerful young man, and the thing when you are able to integrate what I'm about to tell you, potentially, the power waiting to explode from you, burst from you is immeasurable.
Okay. Will I be able to control this burst of power, this explosion? Will I be able to try to channel that and let's say I want to aim it at a specific aspect of my life? Can I aim this burst of power?
Listen, I think that there will be times when you can, but the nature of the, and this is to get, we got some time on the poll. I'll go ahead and tell you a little bit. So the power of the next level, think of it as like the power of Christ, right? The power. What would you say to somebody who comes to you saying like the power of Christ, right? I feel as if I am, I'm fostering it in my soul. Am I going to be able to control the power of Christ? What would you say to that person?
No.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah.
The power is going to take a hold of you, and you will become submissive to the power. That's not a bad thing. Being submissive is not a bad thing. It really depends on the power, right?
Exactly. So it depends on I mean, it can also depend on the experience, right? Because if that power of Christ or the power of the next level is set free, we don't know where it's going to take us. And that can be an empowering, exciting thing. It can be a humiliating, degrading thing, right? What if you become something that you hate? Is my question for you, Pastor Phil. What if you fully let Christ's vibrations enter you, fill you, and then you become something that you despise? Have you considered that?
I have, because when you hold such a power, you need to be responsible with it. You need to be careful. And it's funny that you mentioned the vibrations that you feel inside of you, because I feel like that's a pretty good sign of who is in control. If you feel it, if you feel your whole start to vibrate to the point where you're not able to control it, then you need to take a step back. Okay, you need to go like, oh, time out, baby. Time out. Who is in control here? And you need to analyze. You need to analyze yourself, okay, if you want to gain back some of that control, okay? And that's the problem. A lot of people have problems being analyzed, okay? Because in today's world, we're constantly being analyzed by society or bosses or a therapist or parents, right? So at one point you go like, when is it going to be my opportunity? But you don't need to go out there and start analyzing other people. You need to analyze yourself. You need to open up. You need to understand these powers, this burst of energy coming inside of you, okay? And then you channel that and you make it work. So I agree with you. If you're not able to, choke it, you need to grab a hold of this. You really need to apply pressure, good pressure, and you need to control it. And you need to go, I'm your daddy. I'm in command here. It will absolutely destroy you.
Can I ask you a question before because what you're saying to me right now is so charged up, and it is you're on a thin edge right now. So can I ask you, do you own a gun?
I don't. I don't. The state says that I am too holy and Christian to own a gun.
So you don't own a gun. Do you own like anything that could be used for self-harm at all? Anywhere in the house? Or in that bathroom? I don't know. Is this your bathroom? Is this a public facility? I'm not exactly sure.
I was on the way to the studio and I had let's just call it an emergency. And the emergency took longer than expected. So when you said we're ready for you, I was not going to be able to make it. And I'm a very punctual pastor, so I, decided to. What's the problem? It's what's the difference between a public restroom at a truck stop and a professional studio in the church's basement, right?
Right. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
To answer your question, well, Leslie, I also, on my free time, I like to practice martial arts. Okay, so I developed my own kind of martial art. We call it CUM Chi. And in my hands, anything could be a weapon, right? There is a Super Nintendo in my car. So if you approach me and you say, hey, you bald bitch, give me your wallet, I'll go, okay, I'll give you my wallet. It's next to my Super Nintendo, and I'm going to beat you off so hard with it, okay? I'm going to beat you off in front of everyone there at the gas station, that you're going to wake up thinking you're back in the 90s and Mario and Luigi assaulted you. So it's not about do you own weapons or anything like that. It's, are you going to put me in that situation where I'm going to have to take a Pokemon plushie and beat you off with it?
Wow. Okay. Well, listen, I was going to tell you something, but I think it's going to be, I don't think you're ready. I'm going to be honest. Let's give it a little bit of time.
Leslie, look at my body. Tell me that I am not ready. All the signs are here, Leslie, okay?
You're ready.
I am ready for you. Should I get on my knees? Do you want me to get on my knees and close my eyes, open my ears,
You're
and
not ready
any
to hear
other
what I'm about
hole
to tell
that
you.
Leslie, I'm a holy man, okay? Trust me. Nothing you can say will break me. The Lord is my Savior, and He will give me the strength to handle whatever you throw at me.
No.
Go ahead, baby.
No.
Hit me hard.
I can't. No, I can't. I cannot
What
do
are
it
you
as
afraid of, Leslie?
listen.
What are you afraid of?
Dr. K got hit with the demerit or whatever. Dr. K, that whole thing like a year ago. He was talking to somebody on a stream. That person unalived themselves because of the weight and power of the conversation. I'm making a clinical call right now. You're not ready to hear what I need to tell you.
Okay, how can I prepare myself? How can I prepare my body for this holy load of information that you will bestow upon me?
It's everywhere. Listen, it's too volatile. Okay, fine. Let's throw a caution in the wind. I am staking my professional credibility, my professional license. I am staking everything on this moment right now for the program to unlock your true power.
Mm-hmm.
Pastor Phil.
Yes.
You're a huge gay guy. See? Chat, do you see?
All right, listen up, you dumbass. Listen up, you dumbass. I came in here to your bullshit show, okay, to talk about Jesus, to inspire your goddamn community. I did not come in here to be accused of being a bald gay bitch. How dare you, son?
Bald? I didn't
What
say anything
do you
about
look
bald.
like?
Are you bald?
I'm not bald. Do I look like a bald man to you? Look at me, motherfucker. Do I look bald right now?
It's okay. Let it out. Yes, you do. You're
Well, I'm
bald.
not bald, okay?
And you're
It's a
gay.
fucking weird webcam angle. And I am not going to sit here and listen to your bullshit. Why'd you attack me? What part of my behavior or my fucking outfit tonight makes me look gay?
What does a gay man look like? It looks like you. You are a gay guy. You're a gay guy. You like having sex with Jeremy. You don't want to have sex with your wife. You want to have sex with these cum guys and they won't let you. Brother, you are on a reservoir of power right now. Look at what happened. We did this whole song and dance for nearly a goddamn hour about God, about the holes, about et cetera, et cetera. You basically showed me like an interior decorating catalog.
Do you want to go, Leslie? You think just because I'm a holy man, I'm not going to beat you off in front of your goddamn congregation?
See? Do you see what you just said? Do you see what you just said? No. Stop it. Shut up. So you're taking your shirt off and you threatened to beat me off. You didn't say beat me up. You didn't say I'm going to kick your ass. Like you said I'm going to jerk you off. You asked me if I wanted to get if I wanted you to get on my knees or you to get on your knees. This is ridiculous. No. Phil, listen.
I think you're afraid.
Afraid of what?
The power of Jesus. You're afraid of the power of Jesus. You witness a holy man. You witness the power inside of me. You're looking at these guns right now, these massive cannons, and you go, I don't want to fuck with that. I don't want to fuck with that. Okay, so put your money where your mouth is and meet me in the church's parking lot. We'll kiss before we fight so that you're...
See, do you see that? Do you see that? Normal fights don't begin with a kiss, Pastor Phil.
When they're not a fight to the death, you kiss each other.
No, you don't.
Fight. Yes, you do, in order to let the other guy know, okay,
no, you do
fight,
not.
But I'm not going to hurt you, baby.
I've been in hundreds of fights. I've been studying martial arts my whole life. Not a single time that wasn't group sex or one-on-one sex did I begin with kissing. I never kissed somebody I was going to fight.
Well, baby, because that is, you don't have love in your heart, okay? You cast all this judgment. All right.
Listen, that's it.
Other people
that's
to
it.
touch you. If you allow, if you open yourself to
Pastor
other people
Phil,
and you kiss them on the mouth.
I'm not kissing anybody on the mouth. You're not kissing me on the mouth. You will kiss. Okay. Certainly, you will find other men to kiss on the mouth because you're gay.
Satanic studio right now, okay? And I'm gonna grab you by the cheeks and I'm gonna kiss you right.
We're done. We're done.
No, we're not done.
We're done because you need to watch this VOD. We need to get forward to this. We need to get done with this stream so that you come back and you see this VOD and you write down with a pen all the stuff that you said. It was not even coded.
I'm not gay. I don't have an anger issue, okay? And I am going to kiss you in the mouth in order to prove that love will always win. This is not about me wanting to be intimate with you.
All right, we're done. We're done. You're done. You're getting cut off. Namaste. Pastor Phil, thanks for getting us started. Real quick before you go, is God real? Gay Pastor Phil, is God real?
From the church.
Gay Pastor Phil, is God real?
You're banned, motherfucker. 2 weeks.
Gay Pastor Phil, is God real?
Perhaps.
All right, that's enough. Namaste. Get out of here. You're done. Namaste, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie Tanner, host, creator, and founder of the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Now, what you just saw may have seemed unethical, right? We all felt the repression, the deep, quaking repression in Pastor Phil. You know, there's no closeted... That was extremely closeted energy. Obviously. Anybody with eyes to see can see that. He's shaking. He's a geyser waiting to explode. And for a second, I was like, he's not ready. I disagreed with the poll chat of the poll results. But ultimately, what is this program if not to unlock the power? And once I said it, once I touched it, What did we see? We saw power. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know we didn't really get to the question. You basically just saw a one-on-one sesh between me and Pastor Phil. Namaste, though. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much to Pastor Phil. If you're not following Pastor Phil, you should be. Blessings and namaste to Christ United Mission. All the cum stuff that he was talking about, blessings. Nigel Pennyweather, welcome on in. Good evening, Guru. Please excuse you. It's okay. The line is now open, though, guys. Let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Is God real? 872-205-9484. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name's Leslie. What's up I can call you tonight?
It's fine evening, sir.
I'm doing great. Namaste. Reverend at all costs money. It's great to have you on the program. Getting us started tonight. First caller.
I appreciate you. And you have said several times over the years that I've been following that you do work with retards and gays and theys and thems and others.
100%.
Right?
Yep.
I just wanted to say thank you for finally doing that for us publicly, and sharing that session between you and Pastor Phil. That was a breakthrough. Like, you are my counselor and he is my spiritual leader. When I said I was going to get photos from when I was at church, it was essentially going to be screenshots and some clips from the Christ United Mission.
Real quick affirmation for fellas. Skiing is maybe the Namaste, comedic 6414. Let's do one more. I think that was half of one. I'm sure you could read between the lines, but let's go ahead and do another lap around. Quick affirmation for fellas. Snowboarding. There we go. Namaste. Comedic, that was for you. Reverend at all costs money. Listen, it was, I didn't know what to expect from that. I didn't expect that to turn into a one-on-one session broadcast for everybody like that. But when it starts happening, I can't help it. This is an effective program for a reason, right? Sometimes it's more effective than I even want it to be.
It was phenomenal. I just wanted to say thank you. That was a brilliant performance. I thoroughly enjoyed you actually taking Pastor Phil to task. Like, that was truly like a breakthrough experience. If not for him, then definitely for us. Like, we get to see a little bit of what it's like on the inside to have to work through some of these people's anger issues and repression and self-doubt. Like, it's nice to see when it's called out for what it is.
100%. I mean,
Phil, you're gay.
It is, and I mean this without, I know we like to joke around, we like to kid around, but I mean this extremely seriously. Closeted gay male energy is one of the most powerful forces in the universe.
I feel that. I could see that, yeah. Do you have any books coming out on the subject? I think that's when you should definitely get published.
That's true. I could do a whole TED Talk on that. I could do a whole TED Talk on that.
Indeed. Well, I just wanted to say thank you as my counselor, and sometimes social leader. Like, it's not a cult. I wanted to say thank you for that.
Real quick, Heed, please be quiet. Namaste. That was for Pepperoncini, Brother Pepperoncini. Namaste to you. So listen, if anybody else looked at the screen during that period, you literally stole energy. That was that's the one thing on the bit menu that is individualized. That is for an individual.
Mm-hmm.
That's not for everybody. So I want you to know you should feel a deep, deep, deep shame if you looked at the screen during that heat. Now, listen, it's my pleasure, even when it's not, right? It's either pleasurable for me to do stuff like that with Pastor Phil, or it's a burden, and the burden's pleasure for me because it means that I'm sacrificing and that I'm a good person, and that I'm I'm picking up the tab, so to speak, for Pastor Phil. So listen, real quick before you go, is God real?
God is just a statistic, or perhaps an algorithm.
A statistic or an algorithm? Interesting. I wonder what everybody feels about that. Namaste. Eight 872-205-9484 is God real tonight on Explorations. I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. Lord knows I could speak on this topic for hours without stopping, barely taking a sip of water. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
You can call me XXV.
XXV, hey, XXV, it's great to hear from you. How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm hanging in there.
Hanging in there. Are you still two monitoring the streams? I saw you say earlier you got Explorations on one monitor and you got an e-girl on the other. Are you still doing that?
Oh, she's not an e-girl, but she is attractive. So.
Okay. So but you're two streaming right now, right?
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I love to hear that. Very efficient, especially if it's like a kind of an ambient goon situation.
Oh yeah, I mean my pants are still on, but
you don't got to touch yourself to masturbate. That's that's been something I've been saying. People call me a broken record because I say it so often. But listen, if you really want to take your game to the next level, learn how to masturbate without touching a damn thing.
Yeah, that's good advice.
Well, listen, XXV, something tells me you got some thoughts about God. Talk to me right now.
Well, I'm not even going to wait till the end of the conversation to answer the question. It's an emphatic no for me.
An emphatic no. Now, is it always been a no for you? Have you ever believed in God in any way?
Well, I was in an echo chamber of spirituality when I was a kid, and I wasn't really allowed to think for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And so anyway, I just, once I got out of that echo chamber, over the last 30 years, I've developed different ways of thinking.
Interesting. So you were in an echo chamber that believed in a sort of God situation?
Yes. Like a traditional Christian kind of God thing.
And so God as a father, paternal figure, you know, with like a Trinity and the Virgin Mother, etc.
No, not Catholic. I mean, yeah. I think most Christians believe in like the virgin birth and stuff, but my certain form of Christianity would hesitate to say that Catholics are even Christian because they are idolaters.
Yeah, right. And so this is some sort of Protestant. Real quick quote.
Yeah,
please hold.
college-educated should be kept away from politics the same way a schizophrenic should be steered away from the Bible. They need our help.
Okay, continue. Namaste, comedic. Okay, so, but you don't believe in God anymore. So take us through that journey with you, XXV. How'd you go from being in the echo chamber, believing in God? How did it look like to leave that echo chamber? What led you out of it? And like, what were the experiences that led you to, quote, think for yourself?
Well, the first thing is I don't ever think I really truly believed in God, but I masked for the other people so that I could maintain a somewhat of a healthy relationship with them, you know, as my parents, friends, and things like that who were part of that community.
Gotcha. You went along to get along.
Yeah, but even when I was younger, one thing that I don't think all Christians will admit, but I think it's a part and parcel for the culture, is that if you know too much, or if you claim to know too much, or if you claim to be educated, then that means you can't have enough faith. And because you don't have enough faith, then you are apostate.
So they were like, they just explicitly believed that if you were stupid and like essentially just like brain damage, like if you were genuinely believed if you were mentally retarded that you were closer to God?
I think so, and also that if you questioned something that a spiritual leader or something you read in the Bible that didn't conflate with actual facts, like if something in the Bible went up against something in reality, they would say that you didn't have enough faith.
Interesting. Who gets to determine what's in the Bible and what's in reality in your group, or in the past?
In that group, men.
Okay.
Men specifically, and then like.
Communal vision from Framweard: is naming your fleshlight and taking it on dates idolatry?
That's for me, huh? No, that can be healthy, I think. I mean, if you're getting off, as long as you're not hurting anybody else to do it, I have no way to talk down to you.
Now, okay, so namaste, Fram. Thank you. That was a really beautiful perspective from producer Fram. We are. Namaste, brother. Now, let's go ahead and so you never really believed. I want to get this experience though. What was it? I don't know how old you. I want to know how old you were. You know, what was going on in your life? What sort of made you start picking at the scab of this non-belief in God?
Well, it was the cognitive dissonance of having. I believed in science, and I believed that things that scientists said. I didn't believe there was some sort of grand conspiracy of scientists to debunk the Bible or anything like that. I think they had truly held beliefs, and I was just thinking to myself, kind of like the Richard Dawkins thing, you know, and Christopher Hitchens. How many different gods have come and gone in the past that we don't believe in anymore? Compared to science doesn't change. We may not know everything about it, but as we discover things and things are falsifiable and you can experiment on them, that they fall into the confines of what we already know, unlike faith where you have to bend the rules in order for it to be real.
Well, do you think that there's a faith-based element that science has access to a purely objective universe?
My personal belief is there is no supernatural. Things that we don't understand are just things that we haven't found an explanation for yet.
Right.
The same way that, you know, I could say that I can fly, right? And I can fly. I can go to the airport, buy a ticket, and fly out of this town.
Right.
Yeah. Now, if somebody 1,000 years ago, if I told them that, if I went back in time 1,000 years, maybe they'd stone me, or maybe they'd call me a liar. I don't know. Or you can go to the gas station and buy a Bic lighter, and 10,000 years ago, Grog or Ook or whatever the hell his name was would beat you over the head with a rock and steal it from you because you had magic in your hands.
So just there's a sort of Framweyard. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to keep my flashlight of Adriana Chechik's asshole or dump her, and I'm making my list of pros and cons. And this important theological question sprang to my mind. You happened to mention idolatry a bit ago. It seemed fated that I should ask for your opinion.
Well, if you don't dump your flashlight, it's going to get pretty crusty.
Well, let's go ahead and end on that note. Namaste, XXV. Appreciate your time.
All right. Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste.
872-205-9484. 872-205-9484. Tonight, we scratch at the most ancient scab in the history of humanity. The question of, is God real? Is God real? Tonight on Explorations. Go ahead, give me a call. Line is wide open. I'm going to adjust the bit commands thing because I'm going to just turn on the Twitch ones. I keep going back and forth between Twitch being the Twitch bit menu on and otherwise, but I'm going to just leave the bit one because nobody does anything on YouTube. There's only, how many people are watching on YouTube right now? It says 5. YouTube. Who's there? Wake up. Who's there? Is it JP? Is it Christopher Miller? Is it Bradley? Brad. There he is. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name's Leslie. What's something I could call you tonight?
Leslie. Hi, all.
Look, it's brother Raji. Namaste, Raji. How you doing tonight?
Yeah, it's Raji. Sorry, I thought my thing wasn't working for a second. I'm all good, thank you.
Oh, it's great to hear from you. I feel like a greedy little pig. We've heard you. Did you just call on Tuesday, or was that last week?
I think I called in last week, yeah. I think it might be a week ago today.
Well, it's great to hear from you. It always is. But I feel great. I feel fortunate to get to hear from you. So, how are you tonight, Raji? Like, really, actually, how was your day today?
It was good. I went out, got a bit of sun, went to the shops. Yeah, all good.
Nice.
Beautiful day to live on God's planet, on God's green earth.
God's green. Quick, Heed, please stop talking for a moment. This Heed's actually for you, Reggie. You can look at the screen. Everyone else, stop. Look away. Namaste. Namaste indeed.
Namaste, man.
So Fram got that for you as a gift.
Awesome. Yeah, you've got a lovely heat on you.
So God's green earth. Talk to me about God. Is God real, Raji? Let's get right down to business.
Sure, why not?
Sure, why
we
not?
All must learn to
Interesting.
resonate and
real quick
therefore
quote.
flourish within our own limitations. In many ways, the more limitations, the better. As much as I love being a man, I do envy women and children in this respect. An embarrassment of riches.
Namaste. Good quote from me. Now, let's go to you. Talk to me. You are taking a pretty flagrantly different point of view from our first two callers. Our first two callers, not big God believers, but you're saying not only are you saying yes, but you're saying yes because of like in a kind of laid back surfer dude kind of way. Why not, bro? Talk to me about.
Man, radical.
Yeah,
I'm fucking radical, man. Yeah.
You're rat tubular. I'm catching crazy waves of Christ. But talk to me seriously though. What makes you answer in that particular way? That why not? Take us inside of that. Why do you think that way?
I think people are a bit too fucking serious about it. To be honest, like I don't know if anything was real. So wait, how am I putting this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Don't know if anything's real, so I don't know why. Ah, fuck. I had a better way to put this when I thought of it, but now I can't remember.
Well, no, I think I see what you're saying. I think I see. Let me take a swing at it. You are saying that our faculties, or really truly getting down to objectively proving whether things are real or not, and to what extent they are real when they are real or not real. Like this is you're seeing like a fluid situation without like an undeniable fundamental reality. So why, if that's true, why would we apply that to God? Is that what you're saying?
Sure. Like, if you, I'll take the approach of, like, you could believe in anything, you cannot really prove anything. So why not just believe in the things that are fun? So I think it's pretty fun to believe that God exists and that when you die, something else might happen.
Interesting. How we got any Christians in chat? What do you feel about that?
That's way more fun than just dying and just being in the ground.
Now, I know we got some Christians in chat. Is your belief in, would you genuinely, as a human being, describe your belief in God as fun? Would you say it's fun? Christians get a little nervous, but not just Christians. The religious get a little nervous on the internet, you know, because it's not always fashionable to believe in this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Where's Michaela?
In America, you've got a very different brand of Christianity, haven't you? It's all a very fire and brimstone, isn't it? So
I mean, it is around. There are the Protestants and the Southern evangelicals can be a little intense. They're intense in a very particular way.
I think that intensity can sort of drive people away and make people a bit more militant about not believing in God.
That's but you're saying like, hey, let's make it fun.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
You could be like an after school guy. You could be like a youth group leader. Have you ever met?
I come in with my yo-yos.
Yeah, yo-yos and ordering pizza.
Did you know Jesus was a rebel?
Exactly, right? You know, Jesus, if Jesus was alive here, he'd probably wear a denim jacket and a backwards hat.
Honestly, this XXV guy in the chat says debasing yourself is not fun. I'd like to know what about it is debasing yourself. I don't know.
Interesting. Yeah, what about XXV? So he sees the belief in God as debasing, humiliating. And I see where he's coming from, but I'd like to hear him kind of paint in that picture. But so Raji, if you were a youth group leader, what would be your go-to? What kind of music? What would be on the playlist? What kind of snacks would you have? Let's flesh this out a little bit.
I think I'll come out to probably a Will Smith, probably one of Will Smith's classics. You know, he doesn't curse and stuff.
Right.
Cool.
He's wholesome. Yeah, like Wild Wild West.
Yeah, I guess if I was going through like on a sort of tour of the Deep South, or the West, I guess, then the Wild Wild West would be a good one to come out with. Come out with cowboy hat and boots.
Right. Well,
my Jesus piece and.
You gotta deal. One weakness I see in your strategy is if you're coming modern day. I mean, to set us. I mean, that's a classic, right? That's a classic song that can't be denied. I don't think Will Smith is going to play to the, overwhelmingly autistic, and to a large extent, I don't know the numbers on this. But to a large extent, non-binary youth. I don't think they're into Will Smith. So
Will Smith's a kind of a non-binary sort of pioneer, right?
In a way, yes.
I guess his wife is more so, and his son.
Well,
but you know, he married that woman and he raised that kid. So I would say he's quite like a non-binary ally.
Somebody time out, chill out. Somebody time out, chill out. Will Smith, LOL, what a joke. Time him out. Time out, chill out right now. Please. If there's a moderator, is there a moderator here?
Absolutely no respect. No respect.
Thank you so much, Jessica. I appreciate that. Namaste. Let that be a lesson to everybody. Timed out, chill out, well deserved. Okay, so you've got, even, you know, on top of trying to get the youth into God and Christ and have fun with it, you're also picking up the mantle of Will Smith, the entire Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith family being non-binary, canonically.
Yeah, I'd say so. I heard they're on the rocks. I heard they're getting a divorce. Probably
That's possible. Man. That's possible. Listen, I think there's an argument to be made. I think that's an astute observation, right? I think the sense of traditional gender in that family is obviously, you know, let's say nuanced, right? I think we can all agree on that. The sense of gender in the Will Smith family is a little nuanced across the board. And I think, but I just think starting there with potential Christian youth, I don't know if that's the strongest strategy.
What is a modern alternative to Will Smith?
I mean, you could just hit him with some like 100 Gex or Charlie XCX or something.
Charlie XCX, yeah.
I don't know. I'm just kind of spitballing right here. Charlie XCX. She's kind of annoying though a little bit. Maybe she's a little old.
I don't know what the angle is with the Christian. I don't know what the Christian angle is with Charlie XCX. Charlie XCX.
Yeah, I guess
I like
it's
that Crash My Car Into a Bridge song.
There's no. I think this is interesting. Will Smith is kind of underrated. Ninja New, thank you. I wish I could untime you out. I wish I could give you like double time or something right now. Thank you. Namaste. Now, listen, I'm not exactly sure. Modern Angle youth group. Maybe like Charlie's XCX is kind of like on her way out. I'm you know, I think she had quite a bit of purchase for a while.
It was only last year when that album came out, Charlie, right?
What, the Brat Summer one?
Yeah.
Brat, when was Brat Summer? That was 2024. Or was it 6, 5? I don't know. I don't remember.
I think it was 5. Because I remember being in a job, and I don't think I had that job in 2024. I think I had it in 2025.
Fram said 2025. All right, so it's 2025 was Brat Summer.
Still, the world moves so quick these days.
Yeah.
If she puts out a new one, she may as well be dead.
That's what I was saying. Porto is 2024. That's what I was thinking too. It's got to be an even number because there's an election thing. And she said Kamala Harris was Brat, which I thought was very brave. Yeah, Framware doesn't even know where Fram is. Fram doesn't know what year it is, on any given moment.
Yeah, we made a mistake listening to Fram there.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, that was our bad. Well. So overall, let's go ahead and put a little bow on this. You're saying God's real because it's fun and you're a fun guy.
Sure, I guess I have one last thing to say though, which is
go ahead.
The basement thing. I feel like people are afraid to believe in God because they're scared of being wrong. I think a lot of people are scared of being wrong. I think being wrong is the worst thing in the world to them. But it's fine to be wrong. It's actually more fun to be wrong and stupid than anything else, if you ask me.
You're hitting on some pretty pregnant points right now that I just kind of want to let breathe. I hope everybody's listening to you talk right now. Well, listen, brother, as always, it's a treat to speak to you. And you calling from overseas, it makes it even sweeter. So thank you so much, Raji, for being so generous with your time tonight.
No bother, mate. Namaste. Have a good night.
Namaste. Namaste, Raji. Eight 872-205-9484 is God real? Yeah, can somebody tag Michaela on all platforms, please? Does anybody follow Michaela on Instagram? Does anybody has she been in Toaster's Discord today? We need to get Michaela in here. Here's the thing that I think that Christians need to, not everyone, not all of them, but the ones that really got the fire in their heart, many of them, not all of them, many of them shy away from secular modern spaces where there's like layers of, quote, irony or something like that. They shy away, and really they should be learning how to navigate the layers of irony and genuine or whatever. They need to bring Christ into these situations, or else what are they doing? Onion Plug coming out hard against religion. No, it's calling it cancer. Stupid idiot cancer people. Namaste. Well, one thing XXB was talking about just a little bit ago was the sort of what I refer to in the program as the divinity of objectivity. The moment that we replace God, and this has been a remarked thing, you can find a million philosophers who've talked about this. The moment that we replaced God with science, we also took on the baggage of divinity. We're always in the most objective world, and the most objective world is constantly blossoming into more objectivity, more perfect understanding. Sounds like divinity to me. Sounds like religion and faith to me. Is God real? 872-205-9484. Do we blow a load on Pastor Phil? I noticed the energy level's a little lower. Do we blow a load? How you feeling right now? Do you feel like you just shot a roper and now you're just doing a little pillow talk? Is that how you feel right now? Flux, good to see you. Pox, namaste. I know you're tired. Thanks for staying up with us, Poxy. Pox Holiday. To get more gas station drugs or snacks or just gas? You just gonna go get gas for fun? Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name's Leslie. What's up I can call you tonight?
Everybody's in their refractory period. You got to give us a chance to come back, get excited again.
Right. I mean, I understand. You know, there's an ebb and flow. The energies come, they rise, and they fall appropriately. So, are you saying? Are you confirming my suspicion though that the Pastor Phil was kind of we shot a big rope and now we're kind of relaxing a little bit?
Yes, that you got all excited and a big load, like too big almost, like you hadn't done it in a while, and it made a mess, and you had to get a dirty towel. You know, you never use a clean towel. Try to find a dirty towel because you got to wash it anyway. You know. Right.
Towels even.
How long?
Towel though. You ever jack off into a towel and it just stays crispy?
Oh, it gets so cruddy, dude. And then, do Do you accidentally maybe the next day you're washing your hands or something and you're just looking for a towel and then you wash your hand with the crusty towel and then you got to wash your hands again because now you got crusty semen hands.
And even after you wash it, right? Sometimes if you jack off enough or let it sit there long enough, it'll stay crispy.
No, that's some deviant. That's you're on welfare type behavior, man. You can't let it get that bad. You know, you got to change.
Well, listen, you're at Explorations with Leslie Tanner. We got a lot of people on welfare in the chat.
I know, but you can be a respectable welfare person. You could be a person on welfare that only jacks off into a towel max 4 times before it goes in the washer, you know?
True. That's interesting.
I mean, because listen, that should be for the day. Because I know you're all about, I'm not talking about some asshole that only gets 4 in a week. I'm saying you get 4 in a day. I'm not saying you got to use 4 different towels in one day. That seems to be wasteful to me. And I'm all about water conservation, Leslie. You know that.
No, you're that's like kind of your whole personality lately.
Who take
One
it upon
second,
themselves to raise awareness.
No, I don't wait for quotes.
There's a quote, and you need to be quiet.
That was my New Year's resolution.
No, you just made that up.
Camps, forced to
no,
fight,
it just
starved
hasn't
to death,
arisen yet.
etc.
Yeah, I got all the way to May.
You just steamrolled right through a quote about breasts.
I know.
That I have.
Maybe you didn't hear that I do not stop for any quotes now. There's nothing slowing Angry Mike down. Nothing.
Come on,
not
man.
A quote.
That's childish.
But I gotta wait, and sometimes the quotes, Leslie, they're long. I mean, they're not bad. There's a difference between long and bad.
Do you think that
but
people?
They're long.
Do you think people come here for you or for maybe the insights that I have? What do you think they're more likely to come here for?
I think they come here for me, giving you the opportunity to give you the new insights based on what I say. Right? I'm your muse, is what I'm saying. And without me, you don't think you've come up with some gems in response to things I say?
Yeah, but nobody, the muse doesn't paint. People don't go to a museum to see, what was the muse painting? No. We got a quick psychic emergency. You have to be quiet during this. It's an emergency.
All right, you got me on a technicality, I guess. This is worse. I should have honestly included this.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Pepperoncini to issue a psychic emergency. Cheer 400 more than 100 stealth egg attacks baffle one Euclid homeowner and police. Photos and video. Euclid, Ohio, an 85-year-old Euclid man's home has become the target of mysterious egging attacks that began in March 2014 and haven't stopped. The continuous onslaught of eggs has baffled police, neighbors and local government officials who have tried and failed to identify the source of the attacks that have ruined the man's home and kept his family on edge. The accuracy is phenomenal. Repeat. Cheer 400 more than 100 stealth egg attacks baffle one Euclid homeowner and police. Photos and video. Euclid, Ohio, an 85-year-old Euclid man's home has become the target of mysterious egging attacks that began in March 2014 and haven't stopped. The continuous onslaught of eggs has baffled police, neighbors and local government officials who have tried and failed to identify the source of the attacks that have ruined the man's home and kept his family on edge. The accuracy is phenomenal. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
Namaste. Thank you so much, Pepperoncini. Can't thank you enough for that update. A little bit of news from Euclid, Ohio. Interesting stuff. We're all thinking about the elderly man, the egg situation. We're looking forward to a resolution or just a worsening of the situation. Blessings and namaste.
I actually hope for the worsening. I hope he gets more. I like that he'll remain a mystery like the Zodiac Killer, or she.
No, I think they figured out who that guy was. The Zodiac Killer.
They figured
it out.
No.
Yeah, they figured it out.
That penis was. I'm making a half-year resolution. Penises are not going to stop me now either. I will be talking over penises from now on as well.
No, you will not. You cannot do that. I will not allow that.
We'll see.
I will not allow that.
But God's real, though, and you should know that. And the fact that you're even having, like, the open debate for it is insulting to God. And I want to be on record that when the time comes, Les, I was on record saying I was not putting up with your blasphemy, okay?
I haven't said whether I think God is real or not tonight.
Exactly. That's what's insulting. God knows the first thing out of your mouth should just be, yup, he's there. But the fact you're like, or what do you think? He doesn't like that.
Believing in God
Leslie.
requires faith, right?
What?
Quick heed, please be quiet.
Well, heeds I can talk over. There's nothing even...
No, you can't.
Hey.
Shut up. Namaste. No, you can't talk during the heeds. The heeds are very intense. Psychic emergency from Jessica Bears.
No,
Nope,
Jessica,
you have to. You can't. You have to be quiet.
She did it on purpose, though, Les. That's not right.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast.
This is how it works. You have to be quiet, though.
But you can talk during it?
Cheer 400 penis penis
Yeah.
penis 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 penis. Repeat. Cheer 400 penis 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 penis. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
Namaste. Thank you so much, Jessica Bears, for that. Okay, let's get back to it. I haven't said whether God is real or not, so...
I know, exactly, and that's why he would be major. Like, that would be like if I went around to my friends...
Real quick,
like, hey,
psychic emergency, please be quiet.
Oh, no, Leslie, this is getting to an unfair degree. Can I talk over this one?
No.
Just one time, see how it feels.
No. You already did that. You know what it feels like.
I like it.
Pepperoncini paid for an emergency.
We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation
I trust
with
his judgment.
Pepperoncini to issue a psychic emergency. Cheer 400 angry man, 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 angry man.
Is it a good one?
Angry man, angry man, angry man, angry man, angry man, angry man, angry man,
Oh, I
angry man,
see.
angry man, angry man, angry man, angry man, angry man.
That's what it is.
Angry man, 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 angry man. Repeat. Cheer 400
Can I freestyle rap? Let me see if I can do it over this.
No.
angry man, 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 angry man.
No, stop. Can you imagine jumping in to the front seat of an ambulance as it's going to serve an emergency and just be like, hey guys, you seem cool. Can I rap along with the siren?
Well, that was beatboxing, so then it's different.
No, what you're doing is selfish right now.
I'm sorry. That was a long one, though. And everybody knows I'm angry. Wait, that was the emergency? I guess you might have new viewers.
Sociopathogen with a psychic emergency. Namaste, please
No,
hold.
no.
Yes.
This is...
Sociopathogen, it's his turn. He did it.
This is not the America I want to live in, man.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Sociopathogen to issue a psychic emergency. Cheer 400 everyone named Mike must remain silent during this emergency. Everyone named Mike must remain silent during this emergency. Everyone named Mike must remain silent during this emergency. Everyone named Mike must remain silent during this emergency. Repeat. Cheer 400 everyone named Mike must remain silent during this emergency. Everyone named Mike must remain silent during this emergency. Everyone named Mike must remain silent during this emergency. Everyone named Mike must remain silent during this emergency. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
Okay. Emergency over. Namaste, sociopathogen. Thank you for that.
What was the emergency? I stayed quiet. I was waiting to hear
It
what
said
it was.
everyone named Mike must remain silent during this emergency about 5 times and then repeated.
So there was no emergency. So that was a waste of my time.
Well,
Right.
okay, then what really valuable shit do you have to say about God? Go.
That number one, he's real.
Quote,
Okay.
College educated should be kept away from
No,
politics.
no,
the
I
same
made it
way
clear
a
I'm gonna talk over
schizophrenic
you.
No,
So number
you
one.
steered away
That's right,
from
because
the
people
Bible.
come here to
was
listen to Angry
clear.
Mike. Because I have a bit redeemed for Angry Mike quotes. Right.
You should. I proposed that many times. I said
Another
it should
quote, because that
I
one was a
Trying
repeat.
to get you to relax. They're trying to hurt you.
Namaste. Okay, so what is it about God that is just so important you have to talk over emergencies and quotes?
Okay, so let me start again at number one. Yes, God is real. Okay. Number two, I might be God. Okay, that's important. We'll get to that. And number three,
Real quick
you
affirmation
are-
for ladies. Religious, not religious, it doesn't matter. You take advantage of the freedom of the mind of a woman. Just go. Go.
Right, be free, hoes. You know what I mean?
I mean, basically what you said. You said it in 3 words.
Brevity is the soul of wit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it was better the
You
way I
know
said
what I
it.
mean? Well, yours was a little bit longer, convoluted. Mine was
Well,
right to the point.
mine's much more valuable.
Well, we all pink inside, too. That was gonna...
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, equality, man. You know what I mean? God made us all equal, dude. You know, he could have made you brown inside. I know you're all pink. That's just all pink in there. Me too, though. You know?
Okay.
Healthy lungs. Right?
Oh, I mean, I'm not here to answer. Not real quick affirmation for fellas.
What?
Real quick affirmation for fellas. Thick soles of your shoes means a thick exterior for the hiking trails. Let's do one more. That one wasn't as strong. Let's get one
It was
more
pretty
in.
good.
You're looking to make your lemonade a little less gay. Maybe consider a little bit of cinnamon or oregano.
That would make it less gay?
Shut the fuck up.
I'm asking.
Yes, it makes it less gay because it sucks. That's enough. That's enough. You're out of here. You're out of here.
No, wait. Namaste, though.
No, hold on. God damn it. Namaste. Eight 872-205-9484. Is God real? Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name's Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
What the hell are you talking about?
Is God real, Jenny?
Duh.
So you're firmly a yes.
Firmly.
Firmly. Talk to me about God. What's your relationship like with God?
Well, I work for him.
Like, to what extent? Like, what does that look like?
I drag people to hell.
And how do you do that?
Not tenderly. It's a little violent.
Okay. And so how do they, like, where is this God? How do they know, or this hell? How do they know they're there? What's that like? What's hell like?
Well, it's a lot like here, but way, way more like you're going to stay here for good. So this is what is this? Like a resting place? This place is hell, but it's more temporary. Hell is definitely longer. Long stay. Yeah. I've talked to Stones a lot about it. Yeah, you just take them down to hell.
So are you Catholic?
sorry.
Or what are you?
You know what I am.
I know you're Catholic. You're weird Catholic though. You're like you're.
Well, my blood is Catholic, and of course I'm Catholic. I'll always say I am.
Yeah, but sometimes you say you're like not Catholic, and then other times you get pissed off because somebody says something that's heretical to a Catholic, and then you start flipping the fuck out.
Okay. Well, don't you? You're Catholic.
I mean, but ethnically.
Did you tell anybody tonight that you're Catholic?
Ethnically,
Did you get
I'm
mad
Catholic.
one time and say you're Catholic?
I'm ethnically Catholic, yes.
Well, guess what? You never lose that.
Well, I'm not saying that I'm spiritually Catholic or religiously Catholic.
Look, you are what you want to be.
I just think that we should.
It's in my blood.
We should have a homeland, and we should take over some area of the world.
Right.
At the collapse of an empire of some kind. Like maybe when the U.S. empire collapses, we could take over like, I don't know, maybe like a part.
What do you think?
Maybe like a part of Ohio.
Yeah.
And just like
that.
Or like Tennessee, and just kick everybody out and torture them and train dogs to rape the people that live in Ohio.
Yeah, then they can get the ones in Ohio while we continue to dominate.
Right. We dominate through dog rape. I love
dog rape.
Yeah.
Yep.
So okay, which you should be comfortable with.
But we need water, but we need some water. We can't be landlocked.
I'm appointing you as the official like you're gonna be head of the dog, you're gonna be the leader of the dog rape division.
I don't want to watch that. Oh, Les, guess
You
what?
have
I
to
didn't tell
watch
you
it,
something.
but you have to put it together.
Oh, no problemo.
Like train people or something.
Well, yeah, but I have to deal with the dogs because I'm not into it. Guess what?
What?
Guess what? My dog, she bit my mouth the other day.
Really?
I was like, oh, that's great.
And by great, you mean the opposite, right?
I mean the very opposite. Yeah, she brought back the 34 stitches and 4 staples in my head thing.
Wait, you had to get 4 staples this week?
No! Remember when I got mauled?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, yeah. She just brought back that trauma real quick. No. I just used peroxide.
It didn't require stitches.
No, thank God in heaven.
What were
but
you
she
doing
got me
that you
right
got
on the
bit in
mouth
the
where I
mouth?
got caught.
What the hell was going on?
I might have been smooching. a little bit.
You might have been smooching the dog. Staples, yeah, we got that, says Pepperoncini with a communal vision. Staples, yeah, we got that.
I might have just been smooching a little bit, and she's excited because she's like in heat. I'm so grossed out by this. I don't.
Right. No, that's a gross thing what you're talking about, but I appreciate how vulnerable you're being. So you were kissing the dog, and the dog got horny and violent.
Yes. Yep.
And so did this dog want to have sex with you?
No doubt.
No doubt about that.
Yeah, now, from my understanding of when you're going to have sexual relations, you don't... Well, no, that's false. I guess you do bite. I bite. When you're taking someone down, I don't feel good.
So
anyway,
is this
God,
is what you're doing right now is this like kind of an example of what it's like to be pulled into heaven, or pulled into hell? Communal vision from Pepperoncini. Speaking of no doubt, don't speak.
Shut up.
Man, Pepperoncini is running circles around you right now.
No, he hasn't even said like one funny thing.
Yeah, he's giving you
not one good
spankings
thing
live on air.
At this point, tell him he's dumb.
He's giving you internet spankings. Mother Nibblebottom. Good evening. God evening. There is no God even.
No.
Go ahead.
Don't say that.
Debate. right now. Why is
No.
God real? Tell Mother Nipplebottom why she's wrong. Go.
Okay, ask yourself, and just if you really can ground yourself enough, ask yourself, where's the end of the universe? Ask yourself. Also, why do our loved ones come back? Where are we? God is real. So I'm sick of this bullshit, these fucking bullshit.
Okay, so I want to repeat what you just. I'm gonna try to repeat what you just said. You ready?
Shit. What?
What is even the end of the universe? Is that kind of close?
Yeah. Ask yourself that question, please.
Where is the end of the universe?
Yeah.
Okay. And why does our family come back?
Yeah.
And God is real. This is bullshit. All right, Mother Nipplebottom. Any counterpoints?
I'm sure this is bullshit. I don't feel like I ended on a high note.
Why can't? Oh, so tell me this: why can't things stop?
They don't.
Mother Nipplebottom, end of the universe. I can't find my keys. Something tells me you can't either, Jenny.
Yeah, hashtag me too. But that doesn't prove that God's not real. This is such nonsense.
Yeah, why can't things end though, sweetheart? What's wrong with that?
Infinity, they don't end. Unless we are just in a stupid black hole that's forever big. Like, that doesn't even make any sense.
Well,
we're floating on a rock. We're floating on a frigging stupid rock. This is hell. Welcome.
So by taking people to hell, you basically just kind of like meditate with them. You just like ground them into this place. So God made us in your cosmos. God created Earth, and Earth is hell.
Earth is hell. Sure.
So
I said it's a level of hell.
It's a level of hell, and this is and why did he do this?
Because people are annoying and terrible. And they destroy everything.
So
everybody knows that.
He made people who are annoying, and they annoyed him. And so he's like, I'm going to make Earth a complete piece of shit.
It's not the first time he's wiped us out. It's happening again.
And how's it going to happen this time?
And thanks everybody for having no moral code, for being pieces of shit and destroying everything.
What can we do now to kind of whip us into shape? If you had to give us 5 tips. 5 tips to avoid the Christian apocalypse. Go.
You have to, Leslie, you know what you have to do. You have to be a good person. Number one, you don't lie and you don't hurt other people.
Okay, be a good person, don't lie.
You help other people.
Is that 3 things?
You help everybody.
Help everybody?
As much as you can, while you're also preserving yourself, because also hurting yourself by helping other people, that's bad.
So don't hurt yourself.
No.
So be a good person, don't lie.
No, yeah.
Don't hurt other people, help people, don't hurt yourself. Is that the Jenny's 5 tips to avoid the Christian apocalypse? Mother Nipplebottom Community Vision, we are just like ants existing on the rock, and that is all it is. Make something of it or squander it, up to you. Some people do need to fear hell to be good, but plenty of people believe in God, and he never smiles. There's no God.
No, don't say that. The last part, I liked the rest of it, but the last part, there is God. That's why we're going, like, we're fucked.
Okay, so I'm going to read that whole thing again, or I'm going to have it dictated to me. And
I like the amp part.
And then I'm going to change the last line and see how you feel. Ready? We are just like ants existing on the rock, and that's all it is. Make something of it or squander it, up to you. Some people do need to fear hell to be a good person, but plenty of people believe in God, and he never smiles. God is real.
Woo!
So God never smiles?
I don't think he smiles very much anymore. he lost the smile factor.
He
We're
lost
pieces of
the
shit.
smile factor.
We're pieces of shit.
What makes God smile, Jenny?
If we acted right, Les.
If you're a good boy or a good girl,
hold on, no. If we walked outside and we noticed how green the grass is, and we heard the wind, and we saw the leaves, that would make him smile. He'd smile. Yep. When it rains, if you listened to it and you felt it on your body, and you kept just going forward, and you loved
Why do you think
your
that?
blood. Because I can feel it, Leslie, and you can too.
Good enough. Well, listen, honestly, that was the best answer you could have given.
Have you literally been all night? Because I took a nap. Have you been shouting that God's not real this whole time?
No.
I would be so angry.
I'm exploring a question with the community. Sociopathogen says maybe God would smile if he got laid more often. So if you can imagine God
I don't
getting his
disagree with
dick
that.
sucked, that big ass God dick.
Wait.
Getting
wait.
sucked, getting the balls
No,
cupped.
bro. Okay, balls sucked too? He's God, what? Everybody loves their balls so much. So boring. God probably does a lot.
The balls being cupped, the shaft being
Right.
worked, one of these hoes that got a tongue piercing, it's hitting the bottom, that super sensitive part on the other side of the dick. God's like, oh hell yeah,
Wait,
bitch.
What's
Hell
what's
yeah,
one of
bitch is
those
what God
things?
says.
What's one of those things that you put around it? And it's like, cock ring. He's into cock rings. Definitely.
He's like, hell yeah, bitch. Hell yeah, you ratchet ass bitch.
Wait, raggedy ass bitch?
I said ratchet. Mother nipple bottom, do you trust in God because you do trust yourself? Or did you mean don't? What did you... Do you trust in God because you do not trust yourself?
Worth a thought. Yeah. I don't trust myself. I'm terrible.
That's a
I'm
yes.
awful. Yeah, I would take out as many people as I could when the end is near. Yeah. I think that's good, right, Les?
So God has a penis?
You said it. That's weird. It was a little bit weird when you said it, and then you talked about his testicles. Remember?
Yeah. Well, I mean, a penis is scary, and if God has a penis, it's very scary.
Yeah, but then why do you have to talk about testicles after that?
Well, because if there's a penis, there's testicles, there's a scrotum.
Not necessarily. He's God. He can do anything he wants.
So you're saying if God has a penis, he would not have balls because it's godly to not have balls?
They're gross.
Yeah, they're not supposed... Listen, the penis isn't supposed to be, like, handsome.
He's got a big hog.
The hog is not supposed to be handsome. The scrotum isn't supposed to be like a little... Like a beautiful little purse.
What's a purse?
It's supposed to be...
You mean like a claps purse? Like an old, like your grandmother's purse? Just
That's not what God's scrotum would be.
That's what you're
God's scrotum would be even more hideous than a normal scrotum.
Why? How? Actually, how's that possible?
All right, namaste. That's enough, Jenny. That's enough. That's enough.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Okay,
I gotta
namaste.
go. Namaste.
Communal vision from Mother Nipplebottom. If there is a God, God has huge milk lobes to feed the delusions of his followers. So if God is real, he's got milk lobes. Interesting. Milk lobes. They should make like a They should make a biblical version of what is it? What's the I forgot the name of it. Trapper Keeper Ben Franklin or something. Mish, are you awake? Is Mish awake? Who else knows memes? What's the name of that? What's the Thomas Jefferson? Trapper Keeper Thomas Jefferson or something like that? Miku Binder Thomas Jefferson. That's what I'm trying to say. They should make a biblical version of Miku Binder Thomas Jefferson. $613 Chris, you know what I'm talking about. You know it'd be good. Jesus would be fat and body positive or something. The Virgin Mary would be a lipstick lesbo. Joseph would be a detransitioner. M to F to question mark. Hypocryptomatic with a communal vision. I don't care about anything discussed other than God definitely doesn't have testicles. Three Wise Twinks. That's a good one. Laser focused Moses. Moses would be, let's see. Like an evil little twink. So when he parts the Red Sea, he's very scary. Very scary. There we go. All right, this is going to be our final caller for the night, because then we got some orders of business. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. You're going to be our final caller for the night. We got a couple orders of business after our call tonight. We're exploring, is God real? Caller, what's something I can call you tonight?
Oh, hey, Leslie, it's Puddin'.
Puddin', welcome on back to the program. How are you tonight, Puddin'?
I'm good. I'm a little mellow. I'm good.
Little mellow, nice. Communal vision real quick from Mother Nipplebottom. Mother Nipplebottom says, I need a God that rains down fire and brimstone on the truly evil people, which God is right for you. I like Zeus. Puddin', I'm going to throw that to you. Which is your go-to God?
Well, I feel like I'm having a college dorm conversation when I talk about God, but I think I'm kind of more of the, God as a being, as though some grandfather of sorts. I think that's kind of like a silly idea. I'm more of the essence, maybe the word God refers to something that's more like the essence of life, or the essence of things. That's where I kind of find my interest going when it comes to God. That's something I can kind of accept, I think.
Now, so what I'm hearing, and I'm going to repeat this back just to make sure I understand, this God is more of just like an essential permeating quality of existence, of the universe, of being.
Yeah. I like that. I like that kind of line of thinking when it comes to God. I can't get with the I think it's all just so symbolic. I don't think I don't know.
So God's not real. God's a metaphor for something.
Well, even saying God is real, what do you mean God? I don't know. What is the word? So yeah, you could like go down that hole, but is God like is he like the head honcho kind of thing? I don't think of it that. I don't think he's like the big boss. That's not how I think about God.
So you don't see God as an authority figure. You don't see God as a moral being. You're not, honestly. It sounds like you're a little uncomfortable even with the question. Like, what does real even mean in this sense?
No, it's not the word real. It's the word God. Like, it's making an assumption about what God is. So, is God? Is it a moral thing? I don't know. You know, I feel like a lot of things say God is love. I don't know if it's the same kind of love that we talk about, or if it's just like I don't know. But I like definitely get into those ideas a lot better. I think that there could be something there. Feels like it kind of underpins a lot of the religions and across our worlds. But when you start like, I don't know, people just like get too literal with it.
Well, it sounds like you're leaving space for the ephemeral, right? For things that can't necessarily be captured with language or understood in a literal sense.
Right. Yes. Yeah. I think that's true.
That there's a truth to what we refer to as God. There's a truth to it that sort of, you know, defies any kind of intellectual thing that we try to put it in. Like experience, you leave room for experiential, for something with a question mark that evades answers.
Yeah. Like I think the word could refer to something, but does it refer to a Christian God or Allah or whatever, those types of gods? I can't get behind that. That feels Zeus. I can't. All those feel like a little like. That just feels a little silly.
Right. Well,
no offense.
What? Now, is your family religious?
My father is a pretty hardcore atheist, and my mom is kind of open. Maybe there's something.
Does your mom kind of pray a little bit, but isn't like nailed down?
No, I don't know if she prays. I wouldn't say that. I think she's probably like open to some connectedness of the universe, but not in a hippie way. Just kind of like, oh man, you never know. Kind of a. Sometimes you feel something, but no. We never went to church or anything growing up, unless I spent the night at a friend's house and we all went the next day or something.
What was that like?
Sounds kind of boring. Sounds like. I can't imagine sitting every Sunday morning have to get up and go to church. It sucks. It just seems like a lot.
I mean, every time I go back to Mass, I'm like, one of the most, maybe the most prevalent feeling that I personally have is like, Jesus, this is fucking boring. To be honest,
this is boring. Yeah.
It's like, and there's no,
agreed.
it's just not exciting.
No.
But maybe that's God. Maybe God is very boring.
No. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, I mean, Jenny was talking about a bunch of really boring shit. Right? It's the sound of rain. You know?
That's not boring. I don't think that's boring.
That's boring to me. Mother Nipplebottom, gods were the first superheroes. Someone 500 years from now might worship Superman. Who knows? Mother Nipplebottom. Do you think they're gonna have a like Greek versus Roman, Marvel versus DC situation?
I mean, Superman is such an ego creation, right? It's just like everybody's fantasy. Like you turn into this like all powerful, all good, everybody loves you, muscular, handsome, whatever. Like
right.
That's not a god. That's just a person. That's who everybody wants to be.
Now, interesting. Interesting. People, listen, I see in chat, no, the rain is boring. That should have been our theme tonight. Rain is fucking boring. Rain's boring, leaves are boring.
No, rain, okay.
You need to listen to more rain.
It smells good. It sounds nice.
You need to listen to more rain. You need to listen to just rain and watch leaves. They're the most boring fucking things. I'm telling you this as your spiritual leader. If you really want to get the value out of it. Mother Nipple Bottom, don't think anyone Jesus grew up with would have expected the fuss he still stirs up today. Interesting.
Especially the fuss he still stirs up today. I mean, it is kind of crazy that of all... I think this hits me every once in a while. It's just like how long Jesus has persisted in, these or similar figures have persisted for so many years now. Like, why? Why do these particular figures stick around? I feel like there's got to be something there, Like, it's just a dude who's walking around and be like, oh, there's more to you, blah, blah, blah. That's like, we're still talking about it. It's a long time ago.
And what is there, then, in your opinion?
I don't know. There's something that's connecting on some level. I don't know that we're all going to be talking about, like, Michael Jordan in 2,000 years.
Probably not.
So what did Jesus have? He had something. I don't know. So I'm open to a God. Maybe not. I'm able to say maybe not. Who knows? I guess we'll find out. But I like the idea of there being more to the story. Maybe that's just comforting, but I like the idea of there just being a little bit more than meets the eye. I think that's kind of cool. That's where I stand on God.
Interesting. Well, listen, I think what you've shared tonight resonated with the chat, and we're just going to leave it right there. Namaste, Puddin'.
Namaste.
Namaste. I think the thing that stood out to me at the end, maybe the most honest part, was right at the end. She said, I like to think there's more. We found something. We found something relevant to explorations, whether God is real or not. If we like, then we need to grab a hold of that like, right? We need to grab a hold of that like. We need to pick that like apart. Tal, God is gay. Do you mean that in a yes queen way or in a homophobic way? All right, ladies and gentlemen. That's our final call for the night. But we do have some exciting developments here at Explorations with Leslie Tanner, guys. So first and foremost, we have a very exciting announcement for you all. A very exciting announcement. We have a new producer. Promotion, a certain explorer who has really put the work in behind the scenes and really set themselves apart, contributed quite a bit to not just the vibe, but material things that have helped this program become the program that you see today. Namaste. Everybody, please join me in welcoming and awarding the promotion to a very special explorer, former Explorer of the Month, Brother Poorer. Poorer, welcome to the production team. Namaste to Poorer. Namaste's in chat to Brother Poorer for the for the promotion. Blessings and namaste. Thank you for everything that you do and you continually do here at Explorations. Jen, no. Jen, don't start. Jen, you will not be a producer. You will not be a moderator. Jen, no. Stop. No. Namaste, poor. And we also have some mail. We've got some mail to open. I want to make sure we open it. Let's award. Yeah, let's see. Where's that username? How do I give I don't know how to do it. Oh, do I do it this way? Namaste. Jade, welcome on. You were already following Jade. I know you were. Don't you? You're playing that sneaky little game with me, Jade. Namaste to you. Namaste, Jade. You don't play that game with me. I'm just kidding. Thank you so much. I appreciate your presence. Blessings to you, Jade. Namaste. We do have a we have a what do we have? We've got some mail. Should we open up mail or should we wait? Energy's a little low. Should we save the mail? What do we think? Save the mail. We got 2 pieces of mail to open. No, get it over with. Yeah, be right back. I gotta get the mail. It's on the kitchen table. Wait, save who sent it. Yeah, 1 second. I'll be right back in like 10 seconds. All right, I'm back. We got mail. Namaste, everybody. So let's get some mail. Let's do some damn mail. Here we go. I always love getting mail. I'll put the P.O. box on the screen just in case anybody wants to ever send something. I love getting stuff from you guys. P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois, 60647. Namaste in advance. All right, so we got 2 things. We got this package from Butterfly Beulah, which is always something interesting from Butterfly. And then we've got a letter in just a classic envelope from Onion Plug. Onion Plug addressed it to Laszlo Tondi, which is funny, which is already off to a really, really funny start. Is Onion Plug with us right now? Did he go to bed? Is Onion Plug still here? Namaste, Onion. Let's open yours first. I don't think Butterfly's here. Butterfly just kind of comes in and out, so we'll just kind of open it. But all right, so we're opening the letter from Onion Plug. Standard letter. Nothing really, nothing special about the letter itself, about the envelope, I mean. But let's open her up. All right, here we go. Dear Leslie, I hope this finds you well. I've been thinking a lot lately about how I really don't matter in the grand scheme of things. This rabbit hole always leads to the same conclusion. Satisfy my most base and immediate urges. Everything else is for normies and fluffers. I don't know what fluffer means in that context, but I'd be interested to learn. Additionally, I would enjoy some clarification, see below, in order to continue my solo explorations playtime here at home. That is all. Namaste to you and fellow explorers. The program works. Onion plug. Namaste and onion plug. Let's go ahead and get to these questions to provide the clarification. Question: do I bottom for beefcakes? Should I? No, I don't have sex. And I think the reason that you're asking means that you're afraid to do it. You're looking for some kind of leadership from me. I think you're afraid to do it, and I think that means you should do it. I think you should do it. You should get you should bottom for a beefcake. You should get topped by beefcake. And you'll know it was worth it if it's still scary by the end. If you start liking it, then it was a waste of time. If it feels good, you're doing it wrong, essentially. Second question: do you wear rubbers or go bareback? I mean, here, I'll answer these questions also through a lens of the past. Would I have bottomed for a bareback for a beefcake? Sure, 100%. Did I used to wear rubbers or go bareback? Both and. Don't limit the tools available to you at any moment in time. These tools, these situations, they don't exist on a spectrum. They're all, and there's no transcendence, there's no evolution, there's no progress. This is the most base and hideous and debasing shit that you can do. Leave all the tools on the table. And know that you're going absolutely nowhere. Don't play this game. Should I wear rubber or bareback? Just do both at different times, or do both at the same time. Put 2 rubbers on, right? Maybe shave the top layer of skin off your penis. And have sex with somebody with a yeast infection. Make it sting. These are all things you can play with. And leave all the tools on the tool bench, but just know that don't play this progress game. I can feel that too. You've got some belief in here that you're going to go somewhere, and you're asking me for advice. This is. You need to go bottom for a beefcake, and pick a beefcake that it won't feel good, and you'll be scared still at the end. You won't know who you are. You'll be confused. That is the most spiritually beneficial way to do this. Okay. If instead of guru, third question, final question, if instead of guru, an explorer referred to you as gurub, would there be consequences? No. I think most people at one point or another will sort of resent. Ultimately, they'll project their own resentment. They'll hate themselves for looking to me as some sort of leader. This is pretty much what happens across the board. They will resent the fact that they looked to me as a leader. They will realize that I'm not offering them anything that will satisfy them, whatever it is they were looking for. And they'll look at me, that's when they start calling me a grifter or a charlatan or, a predator, etc., etc. It's like a mouse that eats the cheese off of the trap, knowing it's a trap on some level, but they hate that they know it's a trap, and they hate that they still want the cheese, so they make like a big thing out of the trap that's not even really a trap because they knew it was a trap. They wanted to be trapped. And they're upset with themselves. Conflict, power. So if they call me guru, no, honestly it means that they're unlocking something. So namaste, onion plug. Thank you, guru. I'm gonna bottom my ass off now. Well, it's summer, it's spring, summertime is a good time to blast off. Good luck. All right, so we've got package from Butterfly Beulah. Always fun stuff from Butterfly. How do I open it? So the envelope itself is fun. It's got unicorns and clouds on it. It's teal. Fun mailer. Fun mailer. I wonder where Butterfly got it. All right, we got some contents, some interesting contents as usual. As usual. So we've got a card. We've got what seems to be a coaster of some kind. And then we've got a VHS tape. So let's go ahead and open this thoughtful card first. So this is from Butterfly Beulah. Butterfly is... Honestly, he's a standout explorer. I always appreciate his presence here, his calls here. He's got a lot of power to unlock, to be honest. He's got a lot of layers, but we'll get through. Probably not, to be honest. I don't see... He's going to kind of stay exactly like he is now for the rest of his life. I'm making a prediction right now. Okay, here we go. Card, Butterfly Beulah. Here we go. Howdy, Leslie. I've had about 4 hours of sleep a night for the past year and a half. That, mixed with all of the physical labor I do at both of my jobs, has turned me into a terrible communicator. I call in, then fumble about some bullshit, then you try to suss it out, and then I just agree because of yes and, referring to the sort of the improv thing, the rule of yes anding. Okay. Improv rules. I am so confused every time I talk to you. I just want to thank you and your community for any support you have shown, even in your own way of being jackasses. You have a great group. Sorry I can't do this mean girl stuff with you guys. Love, Butterfly Beulah. So we got a genuine king. We got a genuine king. Pawn Scum gifting to Logan the Brogan. Namaste. Namaste. So Butterfly saying, listen, I'm too sensitive, I'm too genuine, I'm too tired to be mean. I can't be mean. I'm not cut out for it. So I'm tired. I'm kind of a pussy. I can't figure out whether people are joking with me. Maybe I'm a little autistic. Maybe it's not pussy. Maybe it's just autism. Either way, thank you. Blessings and namaste genuinely to Butterfly. I appreciate the vulnerability in sharing that. The vulnerability in sharing that. Namaste to Butterfly. If you go back and watch this VOD, Butterfly, thank you, brother. Blessings to you. Now, let's go ahead and look in. We got an old card. He sent an old card. It says, "'Cause you're special to me in so many ways." Let's open it up. Because I think it's got some folding. Oh, look at that. Let's zoom up on that. Ready? Now that's cute. That is cute. I'm sending you this hug today, is what it says. That is cute. That is so cute. Namaste, Butterfly. Wow. Thank you so much. They don't make cards like that anymore, really, do they? I haven't really checked out the card section of a Walgreens in a long time, or Target, or anything like that. I haven't, or Walmart, what have you. Okay, so this thing, it's like a coaster contraption. I'm not gonna show it because it's got naked breasts on it. So I can't, this will have this, maybe during the Devoted Light stream on Saturday. But it's got naked breasts on it. Nice shapely breasts. And some guy who says, "Don't laugh after midnight, all this belly turns." I don't know, some guy. I don't really understand. I think it's like a cutout from a magazine or something. Namaste. Namaste, Butterfly. This looks like a custom piece. Then we've got... Ooh, this is nice. Now this is nice. This is a real piece. The third and final object that Butterfly Beulah has sent in is a VHS tape. Zoom up. It's the EC Antichrist VHS tape. The New World Order and the Countdown to Armageddon with Dr. Jack Van Imp. Now this is nice. from Jack Van Imp Ministries. Now this is really sick. So one thing about these tapes is some of them you can find on the archive. Some of them you can find on the Internet Archive. But there's really so many that you can't. There's so many that you can't find. Namaste, Clint does improv. Welcome on in, you son of a bitch. We're just kind of slowly turning down, going through some mail before we put a stream together. Namaste to you, Clint does improv. Welcome on in, Raiders. Great to see you guys. Thank you for joining us. How was the stream, Clint? How was the stream? What did you guys get up to? Specifically, what did you get up to? Talk to me. Welcome on in. So, okay, on the back it says, the curtain is rising on mankind's closing act, the drama of the end time. Dr. and Mrs. Jack Van Imp report and interpret fast-moving world developments in the light of Bible prophecy. Their TV program covers virtually all of the U.S. and Canada and reaches into 160 nations of the world. Shocking scriptural answers about the European community 93 to 2000, and the Antichrist's rise via the EC. What is the EC? The 666 end time sign that the EC's mark, the New World Order governed by the EC, the world's inescapable march to Jerusalem and Armageddon, the final sign, the Franco-German EC army, the imminent return of Christ. Graphic depictions of what to expect. This powerful Bible prophecy video will help you know and understand what's coming next. Namaste. This is good. This is good shit. I genuinely consider myself an ally to people like this. And I think it's a mistake for anyone to discount the passion and zealous energy of leaders like this. I think there's a lot. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater is what I'm saying. We should maybe watch this. Maybe we should watch this. Namaste. Either way, namaste to Butterfly Beulah. There was a big hullabaloo about the EU being the 12 nations of prophecy. Maybe they were right. Who knows? Namaste. The Armageddon, much like the kingdom of heaven, is everywhere at all times. Namaste. That should be a theme. Namaste. Well, guys, listen. Beautiful exploration tonight. Beautiful exploration tonight. So, listen, to give you guys an idea what's going on next, the next normal stream will be next Tuesday. The next exploration on Twitch.tv will be next Tuesday. If you are in my community of Devoted Light, however, do we have something special this weekend? We are launching our own Explorations privately hosted stream setup. That's right. We have built the infrastructure, specifically Pepperoncini has. Pepperoncini has put together the infrastructure by which we can explore away from the major platforms, away from TOS, away from any of the jackals and rapists that seek to destroy our program. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are in my community of Devoted Light or have considered joining, we have a very special thing happening this Saturday, 8 p.m. Central, private, the first official private stream on our brand new infrastructure over at the community of Devoted Light. Extremely exciting stuff. Extremely exciting stuff. Namaste. Namaste. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a truly robust exploration per usual. We're getting away from Discord even. Discord is not trustworthy. Discord's going to fuck us in the ass at some point. We're trying to get away from Discord as well. That's why Pepperoncini has put together something really remarkable. We're slowly working on getting all the chat commands and channel points and what have you independently on over to that thing. That'll take some time. But the host streaming and the chat will still be there. You'll still be able to have to use Twitch chat in order to manipulate like the channel points and whatnot, but whatever. For now, I'm very excited to show you this to you and participate. Have a nice, it's very special Devoted Light stream this Saturday, 8 p.m. Central. We're also going to be doing a little private listening party of that Fabio CD that Yolo sent in. I'm very excited to get into that. Is it dark web? I mean, depending on how you define dark web. I mean, probably not. I mean, it's no, it's not, because it's on the. It'll be on the. No, I don't think so. What is dark web? What does that mean? Yeah, we're gonna get into it. That is a tremendous document. Fabio is a force. Fabio is a force of goddamn nature, and we're gonna explore the smooth jazz CD this Saturday. Oh no, you don't need a VPN. Yeah, no VPN. But it is like a link only. You can only join it if you have a link. No, yeah, it's not dark web. But you can only get to it if you're in the community Devoted Light. That I guarantee. Well, consider it. We're still working on having a server thing to be able to put. Yeah, nothing like Tor or VPN. No, we're not, or a VPN. We're still working on the server space to hold our VODs. So that's still getting worked on, but namaste. So guys, absolutely beautiful exploration tonight, guys. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you again to Pastor Phil of Christ United Mission. Thank you so much for your energy. And listen, you're welcome in advance. You're welcome in advance for the untold, indescribable power you will now be experiencing now that I've kind of brought you to your main conflict, that Pastor Phil is a huge gay guy who wants to, suck dick and get fucked in the ass and things like that. That's what he is. And I really made him look at it. Who's up? Who's on? Huh? Namaste. Well, thank you guys. I know we blew a fat load and then it was a chill evening, but blessings and namaste to everybody for hanging out. Blessings, Socio. Namaste. Always great to see you, Sociopathogen. Blessings. Congrats to Poorer on the promotion. XXV Raid. I don't know who that is. Was Becky? Were they in? Was Becky? Were they in chat earlier? Weren't they in our chat earlier? Cool, an LGBTQ pastor. Oh well. Ooh, I got one. I found out who we're raiding. I know. I'm not doing. I'm changing my mind, but I changed my mind. I gotta raid. When I see Heedy, I want to raid Heedy. Heedy's so fun. I will consider Becky safe though. I will consider for the next time. But for now, it's got to be Heedy. Guys, blessings and namaste. Let's take this energy on over to Heedy Beat. An extremely talented entertainer, streamer, performer, comedian. A force in her own right. If you don't follow Heedy Beat, you're kind of fucking up. Genuinely one of the handful of streamers that are consistently bringing the heat. Namaste, guys. So listen, community of Devoted Light, I'll see you on Saturday. Everybody else, I'll see you on Tuesday for our next normal exploration. Blessings and namaste to all of you. Wonderful to have spent so much time with you tonight. Thank you so much. And I will see you all extremely soon. Follow all the social media if you give a shit. If not, don't. But I will talk to you all very soon. Namaste, everybody.